I don't think he sees the guy right there. Does find the guy planting the bomb. Parlays it into his second. 1v3 looking for the clutch, looking for the last two. He's gonna find one. Another one walks in across.
Absolutely a must-make because of the ease of
easy
them.
What? The rest of his team is slowly collapsing. The Sombra is the last player alive, and Brunice with the clutch.
Ella gonna get the Nair, starting out the Nair train. Boy cannot get out of it. What are we gonna see? The forward air, then down air.
Taking some form of space outside the spawn door, but Dragonblade's gonna look to take it right back with a huge shatter. Oh my god! Another pick! Another pick! Oh, he just keeps going and the pick bang! Hard point in the hand of the other team. Toxic trying to find one, finds a second. Does he get the 30?
Finishes off with the pistol!
The entire team in front of him, and he's gonna find more! The ace, actually!
Push all the corner, and Gingy staying deep instead of going defensive like usual.
Oh my god, his kickoff probably was a 4-piece.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Shenandoah University broadcast. I am Ben Kincaid, joined by Vitaly Rivera. How are you doing today?
I'm doing wonderful, Ben. Thank you for having me on the stream. I'm looking forward to some pretty awesome COD. I know we got Rutgers and RIT today.
Yes. Yeah, big competition for sure. Rutgers, I believe, has not dropped a map so far in CCL in this Call of Duty League. And I'm excited to see kind of what happens, right? Rutgers, a huge competition here coming in for Shenandoah University, and Shenandoah kind of working through some patches, you know, rotations being a little bit slow last week, and really polishing things over to see what they can bring up to the table for Rutgers here.
Yeah, I mean, I know that we played Rutgers recently this past weekend, and they performed outstanding. I know that one of their players, last time we played him, didn't unfortunately get to play, but this past weekend, they did, and they just had a phenomenal showing. I mean, we played it pretty close, actually, but again, they did win that series, but this is, I guess, another little storyline. Well, it's 1-1 currently, SU against Rutgers, so this will be to win that second game to take whichever team up ahead.
Right, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the squad can bring to the table today, right? I know they were going through some map bans, not sure if we have maps ready just yet, but right now we're going through our player cams here. Relic, Mossman now on your screen here. We have VOD as well as well as Stevo today, so those are our 4 members of the squad going into tonight. Excited to see how this kind of squad comes to play together, because I don't think all 4 of these members have played together just yet.
Yeah, this is actually VOD's first time on the CCL roster. I know that VOD also plays on the NACE roster, so this is going to be a pretty big day for him. I know he's pretty excited. He has been playing a ton over the past few days, just trying to be prepared for these next pretty important games.
Yeah, and let's talk about VOD real quick right now.
Yeah.
He has been playing phenomenal so far in the NACE League, or NECC League. NECC?
NACE.
NACE, yeah, NACE. And it's been very refreshing to see his kind of leadership that he's brought to this team and the playmaking ability that he's brought to the squad here. He's been really kind of blowing everyone out of the water so far in this semester of Call of Duty. And really all of the members on tonight, Stevo, Relic, and Mossman as well, have been playing very positive and really together throughout the season so far. So I'd be excited to see if VOD kind of goes into this kind of streamline that he's been having throughout the course of this season and really keeping the ball rolling with this squad. Right,
like you said, Mossman and Relic really being able to hold that the fundamental style of COD down, being able to just try and play to their strengths, or Shenandoah's strengths. And then VOD, again, just being able to flex between these different rosters, just gels really well between all the different players. So it's really nice to see him be able to come out on this roster and hopefully put a show for us. Put a show on for us tonight. Yeah, we do have the maps ready. If we can go to those real quick. Interested to see what happens here. We're bringing out Rio for the hard point. Invasion 3 in a row there, and back to Rio. So we're only going to see 2 possible maps this best of 5 here against Rutgers. Yeah, I'm actually really loving the Rio hard point. I know that this is something that's a newer map in the map pool selection. So we did play it once already, I believe, on the NACE. For our NACE roster, or NACE games, but I don't believe we've been playing it for CCL. I could be wrong, but I really enjoy Rio. I know that the team really enjoys Rio. It gets really, really mixy, and you really just have to win those gunfights. Majority of the hills can be pretty scrappy, so we're going to hopefully see a lot of that. And then, you know, we got to go into these invasions. We've seen them. We love them. It's basically like home for us. So the invasion search is nothing new. We get to see some, again, really solid attacking and defending holds. And then we got that invasion control. So, again, kind of sticking to our roots in terms of maps, just trying to field, you know, what's really best for us. And I think we got a good map pool today.
Yeah, invasion is something that we've seen pretty much almost in every single best of 5 that we've played so far, whether that be on that hard point. Usually we see Skid Row kind of tossed in the mix there between the invasion and this now, the newer map, I believe, being Rio to the Call of Duty scene here. It'll be interesting to see if they kind of keep that momentum going from last week, right? They came off that win against Humber, I believe it was a 3-0, a close 3-0, mind you, but a solid performance from all of the members on the side of Shenandoah, and kind of keeping that ball rolling into this first hard point is going to be huge and really dictate how this, I guess, match goes.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way that Rio's laid out. Hopefully we get a little fly through here soon, but I really love the different close quarters style feel. So again, I'm really just looking forward to seeing how this team plays against Rutgers today.
Yeah, and with those close quarters, that's something that we've seen Verdi kind of pop off in, right? He's been able to get those kills early on in those close quarters, 2v1 situations, clutching up on the side of SU. And it's really a rotation game, right? Mossman doing a good job getting those first rotations to these next hard points. We see that in Skid Row a lot onto that P2. And keeping that going and keeping that communication and knowing where people need to go at the right time is going to be something that Shenandoah has to shine with when they're going up against a team like Rutgers.
Right, and Rutgers, they play super coordinated. They play, they kind of hold hands. That's kind of the name of the game when it comes to hardpoint, being able to just get those trades where you can. So they play that really well. I know for us, one of the big strengths on our end is being able to win those, important 1v1s. But when it comes down to it, it gets really, really situational whether or not we play together. So hopefully that, Shenandoah today is looking a little bit more in unison, trying to figure out exactly what we're doing, what we're holding, and everything. But I think this should just be a really great series. Yeah,
I'm excited to see the aggression that both sides here are really going to bring out in this first Rio hardpoint here. And that's kind of the thing. The trades back and forth is something that you need to look for, right? Steve-O is huge on getting these trades. So is Relic. Verdi and Mossman usually frag pretty well, but getting those trades when they go down, getting those trades back and forth, being able to keep the man advantage kind of even or hopefully in your favor with those exchanges onto those hard points is something that you need to look at and try to get a handle on early in these hard points to be able to keep that ball rolling, get the momentum in your favor to get these rotations faster to these new points.
Right, and for a lot of these hills too, you can run 3 subs. I know that some of the teams in the at least pro scene like to run 3 subs, so we might see that. We might even see 2 ARs. 2 ARs isn't necessarily too common, but I know ARs in general are just super strong and probably just dominate over the subs in majority of gunfights.
Right.
So, from P1 to P2, that'll be pretty big, and then from P3 to P4 also being a pretty one of the more longer ranged engagements we'll get to see. So. Again, really just trying to look for the power positions, right?
Right.
I know I can't stress that enough. I love power positions. So as long as the teams can hold those and be able to figure out where these teams are going. Again, it's not really a complicated map. There's not really a lot of lanes to kind of hit, especially if you're trying to hit something fast.
Right.
But teams can definitely go on a massive flank, and that could just disrupt an entire team's defense.
Going into this map against Rutgers, we know that they are a very good team. Who are you looking at on the side of SU to really have a big kind of breakout game here to try to keep this close and try to really roll through this series against this?
That's a tough question.
Tough
team. I know everyone can perform well. I feel like Steve is going to be performing pretty well today.
Right.
At least for this first map, this is kind of. This may or may not be wishful thinking, but Relic I know hasn't been having too great of a performance, at least in the past few games. I know he himself, I talked to him a little bit earlier, but he wasn't necessarily too happy with how he performed, and that's actually good to hear on my end because I know he can perform way better.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure, from what I saw recently, he's just been able to absolutely fry. So he's definitely getting super warm. So that's my pick. Hopefully Relic is able to hear my prayers and pop off tonight.
Yeah, we've seen Relic be a huge factor in these Shenandoah wins, being able to pick up these huge picks left and right and really just full-on carry some of these hard points and really be able to keep the opposing team off of sight and really off their game on their rotations, really holding down that anchor alongside Mossman, often kind of on those hard points, really stacking up the points there for SU. And it's going to be probably Verdi and Steve-O kind of going out on the hunt, looking for these angles and holding these kind of offside angles to make sure that the entry cannot happen on the side of Rutgers.
Yeah, and Mossman, honestly, also someone huge to mention, just being able to get those massive plays. I know we saw last time, Mossman being able to get the massive picks, get a 3-piece on hill, get 2 really big picks just off a rotation, which helps spawn them out or just have control of the map, right? So Mossman is another big X factor into this game today.
Yeah, and that's who we often see getting these early rotations. Mossman is the one to get those rotations started for the side of SU, and then the other members are here getting picks on the backside of those rotations. And Mossman, he's kind of the battering ram, right? He goes in first, he gets those first few picks, and then SU is able to then follow up on the plays that Mossman is able to develop with his rotations, with his pathing to get there. I really just sooner than the other team is able to. They have this timing kind of down to a T, right? And it's up to them to be able to keep the pace up and make sure Rutgers is on the back foot going into this hard point, as we will jump into it right away.
Yeah, Relic already getting aggressive towards this P1, getting a nice first pick, and a second pick. Stevo gets that, and D-Boogie is able to get the trade, but Stevo gets a nice 2. D-Boogie is up, and Verdi able to clean it up to get some time here on this P1.
Yeah, I mean, trades back and forth, but Verdi, like you say, is on this P1 here. Full control right now on this P1 hardpoint map for Shenandoah. Mossman able to pick up a kill there. Verdi staying alive as well. Relic as well, getting 2 of his own here. Huge play, 2 on site now. Mossman and Relic sitting on this P1, trying to soak the rest of this time here. 15 seconds on this P1. D-Boogie is able to get Verdi in the meantime, trying to get these picks back and forth, but answered by Shenandoah.
Yeah, Stevo really just trying to lurk and play his life as he's able to clear out this new hill. We got 2 people starting to hit through as we see Verdi's trying to help out Stevo, just playing his life as best as he can.
Yeah, Stevo able to get that good flank there. Gets Stevo 2 as well. Jetty and Don falling. Relic answering back as well. 3 kills on the side of SU, and full control over this P number 2 here for SU. And really the setup so far has been great from Shenandoah. As I say that, however, Don and D-Boogie get to Relic falling. Mossman to the nade. Rutgers coming back to regain control of this P number 2.
Yeah, Stevo does go down to D-Boogie as Relic does get that trade. And the side of Rutgers, you get a little bit of time on your hands to try and get some sort of positioning back into this game, but we already see the side of Shenandoah setting up for this new, and this is phenomenal. But we do see D-Boogie on the flank towards this bridge side. He gets through, he slips through, no one knows, and D-Boogie gets that kill.
Yeah, D-Boogie able to get that trophy down as well onto this P3 site here. But Stevo was able to recognize the rotation early from Rutgers, able to get that kill and a trophy down from Mossman on this angle. This is huge first rotation. Jaheim and Jetty, however, getting 2. Relic and Verdi falling, but Mossman able to answer back. Stevo has to go huge here. Gets 1, gets 2. A huge defense coming through from Shenandoah, but D-Boogie coming in, forcing the agenda for Rutgers, getting into that site. But as I say that, trades back and forth. Jaheim, however, able to get 2 in response.
Yeah, Jaheim actually went huge there, being able to pick up those 2, and then now Jetty does go down to Stevo as Don Julio gets a massive pick onto Stevo. D-Boogie getting another onto Relic, and they just clear out this P3. Now, the side of Shenandoah needs to look for these rotations here.
Yeah, trying to get these flanks now. We see Stevo trying to get around the side, able to pick up 1 there. Huge pick there on the side of SU. Mossman sees him as well, able to get Jaheim there out of the way. And the rotation coming back through, even almost in the scoreline, pretty much about 60 apiece here for both sides.
Yeah, and we do see Jetty clearing off that old and is going to be pinching. I'm not too sure they're aware of it. Mossman is in tiles, though. Might be able to get 2 here, as Jetty is left in a 1v2 situation onto this P4, just holding his tiles. Mossman stays alive and is still in a really aggressive hold here.
Yeah, no one on the site right now trying to get these picks. Verdi will go down. Relic and Mossman answering back, but Don is going to be able to drop Relic in the meantime. Stevo answering back on the side of SU. This point, this P4 now in favor of Shenandoah. Yet again, 80 points now on the board to the 58 of Rutgers. Really, just the setups have been stellar so far from Shenandoah.
Yeah, these setups are looking strong as an Ox, being able to just hold it down. We do see Verdi just trying to play for this new, but does go down to Jetty. Now, they do have control of this new, but let's see how Shenandoah looks to break this P5.
Relic unable to get that kill there. Jaheim in the right position, but the rotations are already coming through from Rutgers. They're getting rid of that site there. P5 now coming through on the side, but Don and Jaheim are able to get these kills. Relic trying to answer back, but not a good access point just yet for Shenandoah.
Yeah, we do see Stevo going down, but Relic still has a really nice aggressive hold, just being able to play his life up here in this connector area as he's now trying to push towards bridge. Verdi, though, gets 2. Now there's only 2 left on the side of Rutgers. 1 more. Mossman clears it up. Now we can get some time. We have 40 seconds of time. This is a huge hold for Shenandoah. They just need to set up a trophy and just relax.
Yeah, Jetty able to drop Steve-O, though not a good sign for Shenandoah. But if they can get these trophies down, like you said, Relic in a good position, able to pick up 2. VOD as well, getting the boogie out of the way, and Mossman answering back. J-Hem dropping in the meantime. A strong hold from Shenandoah. They're able to hopefully milk the last seconds, these last points from this P number 5.
Yeah, Steve-O had a massive pickup there, being able to just cut these cut the Rutgers players off on the rotation, as we do see Relic get a massive pick onto J-Hem, clearing this time, this new hill, trying to just get initial time. Oh, Relic does spot it, and Steve-O picks it up, as that was a massive calm by Relic. VOD being able to pick up D-Boogie. Now we have initial time for this P1 hill.
Yeah, P1 coming through already. Jetty, however, Rutgers as a whole able to get these angles, get these kills. Everyone on Shenandoah will drop, spawning now. Kind of a flank opportunity here with VOD on this spawn, possibly able to get something back. But JM getting a 3-piece. They're huge for Rutgers, are able to keep this hard point in their possession.
Yeah, VOD being able to pick up JM, as JM was trying to just push through, but we do see Shenandoah already setting up aggressive. We see VOD being able to hold this P4 area, as Rutgers do get the last probably remaining 20 seconds of this time. And they are trying to rotate, but Steve-O is good for 1, not good for 2, as Jetty picks up Steve-O, and now they're just looking for their rotation. VOD, though, able to pick up the person rowing to the new hill early. VOD does see a second one, but goes down, and now we see Steve-O picking up someone also trying to flank, but are they expecting Jetty on another flank?
They see Don there. Steve-O not able to flick around just in time. Mossman gets the trade. VOD securing the kill there. Mossman getting aggressive, but unable to do anything with it. VOD needs to go huge, but D-Boogie is going to slice him down. Relic getting a 2-piece, however, saving the day there for SU. A huge potential on this P number 2 for Shenandoah.
Yeah, Steve-O, you just got to stay down. We don't need a chow. I lied. Steve-O, keep getting those kills. J-Hem, though, does get the pick on Steve-O, as D-Boogie also takes down VOD. Relic needs to try and just play his life, but does go down. Mossman now in a massive position, but does go down again. There's 25 seconds. All right, we just got to breathe a little bit, just play for this new, and we're going to get some time here.
Right, yeah, VOD and Relic, Steve-O getting 3 there, possibly trying to get the rest of this point to fall in their favor. It looks like Rutgers is going to go on the rotation already here over to this P number 3. The trades are coming across, but Jetty trades back and forth. Mossman will drop. Relic able to get up 1 kill, but Jetty again dropping Relic. Trades coming in favor of Rutgers here on this rotation to this P3.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge hill to break, as we do see VOD trying to push through that tiles. Does go down, though. We do see the rest of Shenandoah just set up towards this P1 area. Mossman getting a massive pick. Now they just need to play their lives, try and just chow stuff together, as Relic does go down to D-Boogie. Mossman gets good for 1. Good for 2! Mossman performing massive. Needs to get this 3rd. Gets his 3rd! Mossman, this is the kind of plays I'm talking about. Mossman just going big, putting up a trophy, and is just staying alive, playing his life. VOD does have his cross. Oh my, VOD is... Go ahead.
I mean, this is just unreal so far. The whole, the retake on this P3 has been huge from the side of Shenandoah. 16 seconds on this point, possibly crossing the 200-point mark now for SU. They can end this if they can hold a huge P number 4 on their side, but as I say that, Rutgers kind of entering back into this site, but not able to get anything in their favor. Maybe a few kills here and there, but the rotation already through for Rutgers onto this P4.
And VOD is going on a massive flank through cell, potentially going to be able to get 2 here. Mossman plays his life, does get a little bit of tag onto the guy going tiles. Steve-O and Mossman get 2, and they clear it out. Now they have so much time. I believe they do win off of this if they just hold it together. And we do see someone on the jump up. We see Mossman. This is a massive power position for Mossman, just being able to hold Steve-O, though. Getting a little bit aggressive. I kind of like it, kind of don't. Let's just kind of stay down. Mossman, though, does get traded out for J-Hem. And VOD goes big. Steve-O also goes big. Only 1 more person left that needs to contest, and they can't contest.
20 seconds now on this point. Shenandoah has a very strong hold on this P4. Could end the game here. Relic finding trades. J-Hem falling. Respawns from Rutgers. They're trying to contest, but the defense is just too strong for Steve-O and Mossman. Map 1 going in favor of Shenandoah.
And Shenandoah absolutely popped off. Mossman being able to hold the massive P3. Steve-O getting hyped. The boys of Shenandoah going insane. I know that these boys are feeling hot. Now, let's talk about the other team. Let's talk about Rutgers for a second, right? I mean, Don Rahulio tried to play their best, but just unfortunately did not perform that well. You know, just going absolutely negative. The other guys did play pretty well, but, you know, they were trying to get the trades. They weren't really playing together during that round, but it might be able to bring it back in this S&D. I know that these guys do perform pretty well on S&D, so, you know, they still got a couple more maps to play, but Shenandoah is feeling hot right now.
I mean, if I were them, I'd be over the moon right now. Taking that map off of Rutgers there is absolutely huge. The heartbeats have to be going crazy for all 4 members here on the side of SU, but really the movement was so fast from SU there. Rutgers could just not keep up with the rotations and really the setups that Shenandoah was coming out with.
Yeah, my heart beats racing because, like I said earlier, you know, we played them over the weekend, so this is an explosive start for Shenandoah. I mean, I believe we played against them in Rio as well, so it was a lot closer than what we just saw today. But again, like, that was just a really good performance for the side of Shenandoah. So hopefully they can keep this ball rolling. Hopefully, you know, they have the strategies. I know Verdi and Stevo on S&D typically have some pretty big brains. But let's not forget Mossman also being able to clutch up. Right, we saw it. We saw it in this hard point. Let's see if we can see it in this S&D.
Yeah, Mossman for sure coming up huge, holding those points for the side of SU, and really everyone having a huge impact on these games, being able to get these trades. And once they got that kind of hold set up, the angles that they wanted to be able to hold, they got their trophies down and were able to really just keep rolling through Rutgers, not giving them the opportunity to enter on the site. As we go through the replays here, Stevo already on that P1 was already 8-3 towards the end of it, and really just outshining the players of Rutgers on all members.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about also just the way that they were rotating. I mean, Relic also going massive here, being able to get the cruise, right? I mean, that's just something that, you know, Shenandoah this time around are really aware of it, in tune, just trying to play their lives where they can. You know, we did see Stevo get a little bit aggressive, but a lot of the times he's getting aggressive. He was getting at least one and you know, not dying in vain. But again, Mossman, like here, being able to just go big for the 3, like, there's just so many times where these guys are in really good positions, and it's just really tough to break, especially if everyone's set up on, you know, these certain hills. And that's just how kind of Rio works, right? So we saw a lot of scrappiness. Now we're going to be seeing a little bit of a different play style going into this division.
Yeah, definitely with Search and Destroy, a game mode that you like to play a little bit slower. You want to be able to hold these angles and know that you're safe from behind, often splitting off kind of 2 and 2 or kind of 2 kind of in that mid kind of area and on the defensive side, and 2 going over to the A site and the B site here. But the thing that I always touch on, I'm sure you're bored of me telling this all the time, but when you die in Search and Destroy, you're done. Yeah,
I mean, we see Stevo just having a massive KD again, just performing lights out. We see Mossman also only dying 13 times. I mean, he's been staying up a lot. And look at all of these assists going from, you know, from Verdi to Relic, everyone basically playing to their strengths. And, I mean, how can you be upset when everyone's just performing this well?
Yeah, Stevo, 34 kills in that hard point, jumping right into the action here for the Search and Destroy. Stevo has this angle, Mossman kind of holding that tank in mid there. Verdi, however, with the bomb, usually we see Relic exit with the bomb here, kind of pushing towards his A site. Will Verdi find contact here? D-Boogie able to get that early pick, but Verdi answers back immediately. 3v3 now for the first Search and Destroy.
Yeah, we see a lot of these people. Oh my God, and Mossman just fries Don Rahulio. And now we're in a 3v1 situation. Shenandoah, you just need to group up together, play their life. Now, we do see Jayhem is on a massive flank. He's a little bit faster than I believe what they're expecting, so I believe he might have timing. Does not trigger discipline, but does get that kill now in a 2v1 situation for the side of Shenandoah. We are a little bit split up right now, which is something that's just a little bit hard to see, but Verdi, does drop the angle though. The timing is unreal. P1, and Verdi goes down now. It's a 1v1 for Relic. 25 seconds left on the clock. Relic go big.
Relic trying to play time here, knows where they are. Verdi unable to get that angle there. Going now through the building, has the perfect angle, unable to get the kill, however. Relic kind of retreating, playing this time. 12 seconds, knows he has to go defuse shortly here. If he doesn't get killed, Relic
let's go,
going
Relic.
Hughes to clutch the map there for SU.
Yeah, Relic being able to play that beautifully, just playing his life. Mossman getting a massive pick. And honestly, I was a little bit worried because, like I said, that timing from Jayhem was a little bit faster than expected. So Verdi did fall, but then he did play it well, getting that one pick. But Relic has the brains, and he has the looks, and he has the gunplay.
Yeah, I mean, Jayhem getting 2 in that 1v3 situation there. Huge play coming out from him, but not enough as Relic recognizes it, knows that he can just play time. The bomb has already been planted. Now swapping over to this defensive side. Rutgers kind of pushing now towards this B site. All 4 coming right towards Verdi here, has an angle. Possibly being able to pick up one would be huge for SU.
Yeah, Verdi's in a super aggressive position and is able to get down Julio, just absolutely not aware of Verdi. I don't know what he was thinking. And gets a second. Verdi is going massive with the 2 kills, and he just needs to play his life. Almost gets a 3rd. And now we know where the rest of these guys are. And Shenandoah is up in lives, but they need to just play a little bit more patient.
Yeah, Verdi getting 2 there is huge. Relic kind of knows where they are looking at these angles. We already see them kind of cutting them off from that A site, forcing them towards this B site where Stevo is set up, looking down this angle here, and trying to get some kind of angle, some kind of look at this entry point that Rutgers is going to look for. No one moving yet on the side of SU towards this flank, but Stevo holding down the fort.
Yeah, and we see Stevo just playing his life, getting one onto Jetty. Now we see Relic sees the guy going P1, and Relic gets it off to just win that 2nd round for Shenandoah. I mean, these guys are just reading him like a picture book.
I mean, Verdi getting 2 there right off the bat in this round was huge. Being able to set up the angles for Shenandoah to really hold. They just had to wait for Rutgers to come into them, right? They held these angles, knew where they had to come from. Having that A site cut off there by Relic and by Mossman, forcing them over into Stevo's territory there. Really, that was perfect execution from the side of SU.
I mean, everything's looking clinical right now. Relic just needs 3 more to get his crews online. And we see Shenandoah, I believe, they're going to be going for an extremely fast push here. It's actually going to be smoking off this ramp, but we do see someone that was holding dark now dropped it. And if you're the side of Shenandoah, you can just start going fast. You can start zooming.
Yeah, Jayhem dropping that sight through that dark alleyway there. Jayhem, however, is going to be able to pick up Relic. Verdi on the flank here. Doesn't see the legs of him laying down right behind him in that sight. They don't see him. They don't know that they're laying right there. D-Boogie now coming on this flank. Verdi able to get the kill there. However, 1v2 situation now for Verdi. Dire moment there. Unable to find that angle. Seeing those legs was crucial in that round.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate timing. If Verdi picked that up, I think Shenandoah would have been in a really great position. I mean, that was a really strategic play, being able to throw that trophy, just kind of pressuring Shenandoah to just clear that bulldozer area. And, you know, Verdi went all the way in the back, didn't see him, and was just confused on where they were, where they were looking. Yeah,
and Relic getting picked off on that site as well. Unfortunate on the side of SU, but positive stuff still up 2-1 in this round. Looking good so far from the side of SU as they transition now on to this defensive site. Mossman holding this long angle here on River.
Yep, and I love to see it. Just being able to play passive, is able to see one laundry, but Verdi getting really aggressive. I'm pretty sure that Rutgers did see Verdi, and he just needs to play his life here. There's no reason to just chow out. Yep, he's playing his life. We have 2 towards B, 2 towards A. We see that majority of them are pushed. Rutgers, majority of them are pushed towards this B side area, and Stevo just trying to hold down the iron.
Yeah, Don now kind of taking that angle towards that mid site there. Verdi trying to get these peaks, trying to get these angles, but the rotation now is going to come through from Rutgers over to this A site. Relic is unaware of the rotation. Now will flip around, recognizing that Mossman has found contact, but Mossman will fall to Boogie. Relic able to get a response, no. D-Boogie dropping 2 there. Huge for the side of Rutgers, but Stevo trying to even up the scoreline. Verdi on a huge flank there. I don't think he knows. He does not. Don will drop as a 2v2 situation now for SU.
Yeah, Stevo really needs to be patient. Oh, I don't think he saw the guy jump. And perfect timing for Stevo, and now 1v1. Stevo, this is going to be the make or break. We do see that D-Boogie is feeling hot right now, has 6 kills, is able to see him mid-tank, and gets fried from mid-tank. But now it's a 2v2 situation, and Shenandoah is on this attack. And I'm pretty confident in Stevo's ability to formulate a good plan here for this offense.
Yeah, D-Boogie getting an ace there in that round. Huge from the side of Rutgers. Stevo unable to win that firefight there, evening up the scoreline at 2 apiece for the search and destroy. But now back on this attacking side, like you said, SU has looked good on this attack side so far, just unable to really close it out in that last attacking round that they had.
Yeah, D-Boogie 2-0 away from his cruise, and we do see Rutgers getting very aggressive into this couches area as VOD does fall to Don Julio, and Don Julio gets a second kill onto him, and Relic is able to get that trade. Mossman now also bringing it back into a 2v2 situation. Let's see where Shenandoah wants to go. Let's just group up and hit something out together.
Yeah, Mossman and Relic now kind of looking towards this A site. We see Jetty looking through that long angle, now rotating back towards this mid site here. Relic kind of doing the same thing, rotating over to this B site. Now they know that Jetty is in the area, looking over this mid angle here. We see D-Boogie kind of rotating back into dark there. Relic unable to see him sneaking through there. It's going to rotate back. No one sees anybody just yet. Mossman also holding this angle through mid. Slow Call of Duty being played right now.
I'm holding my breath. I mean, there's 30 seconds left, and no one has seen a single person. I think Jetty's going to be able to spot him. He's able to spot him. They may or may not push out. I don't know if Jetty saw him. Jetty didn't see him.
Yeah, Jetty unaware that the plant is coming down here. Relic now holding this angle for the side of SU. Knows exactly where he is. Able to pick up that frag there. Huge 2v1 situation. Now Mossman holding this angle as well. Able to get the kill. Sealing the deal in round number 5 for the side of SU.
And that's the duo, dynamic duo that we get to see from this roster. We see Relic and Mossman. They play together for countless rounds, especially in these kind of scenarios. And, you know, this duo is just unstoppable.
Yeah, right now Mossman and Relic coming up huge in this search and destroy. VOD, however, still trying to get those aggressive picks, getting these trades back and forth. But that's kind of the play style that you see from VOD often. High risk, high reward plays coming from the side of VOD here, coming from Shenandoah. An even split now on this defensive side for SU. Rutgers trying to bring it back and even it up at 3.
Yeah, VOD getting aggressive in the cafe here as Stevo is playing this mid tank. Now picking up this dark area as Mossman needs to just play his life, trying to stay alive, dodging all of these nades. And Stevo is able to help the rotation as Mossman does go down. And I believe we're getting the call that the rest of these guys are planting onto B up. B is looking to be planted. Oh, VOD almost getting killed from dark though. And we see Relic on the master flank.
Relic on the flank here, unable to get anybody, just barely missing the spray there. VOD able to answer back. A pistol kill, possibly no. D-Boogie able to answer back for the side of Rutgers. A 1v3 situation now for Stevo. Has to find the right angles. Ooh. Able to find one, but Rutgers is ready for the flank, ready to respond, tying it up at 3 apiece.
Yeah, that was a clinical round from Rutgers, being able to just get those trades, get those picks. Mossman did unfortunately go down, and that was kind of the breaking point for that B side. As after that, we saw Rutgers just get aggressive, push up, and you know, again, finishing that round pretty smoothly.
Yeah, Rutgers right now back and forth affair on this Surge and Destroy, tied at 3, like we said earlier. Now Shenandoah back on this attacking side, something that they've been looking good at, winning that last round on attack as well. Rutgers having trouble kind of counteracting the momentum and the aggression that SU was coming out on these attacking sides.
Yeah, we see Jayhem getting really aggressive towards this broken area. I'm not too sure Stevo's aware of this. He may or may not try and jump through. But Stevo's just staying alive, being patient. I like where this is headed. You see VOD posting up a little bit towards this A side, just clearing out this cafe. And we know that the guy was top broken, and now we're just trying to rotate a little bit towards A side. Yeah,
Stevo getting rid of that trophy there. They know that Jayhem is in that area, in that building. But Relic trying to find, looking at this dark. Boogie will drop their 3v4 situation now. Don is going to be able to answer back. Relic dropping, but he's already done his job. Getting that pick there is huge. It's now up to the remaining members. Mossman finding a huge pick. Stevo on the flank there. Don is down on the side of Rutgers. 3v1 situation for Jetty. But Jetty so far not having a good round here. 0-6 on the side of Rutgers. This might be the moment that he shines. Has to pick up 3 though. Tall task. Mossman able to duck behind that car there, finding the angle, and will be able to complete the kill there, 4-3 in favor of SU.
MWIII just had the better angle. I mean, I wasn't really expecting Jetty to win that one. Again, like you mentioned, he's not really having the performance right now. So, again, the Shenandoah guys are looking really solid, just playing to their strengths, trying to hold these headies. And, again, they're being really, really patient. That's something that I am really happy to see, especially on a invasion search, right? So, because there are times where we can get really aggressive, but we just want to slow it down, just play what we can, get that info, and just like that, we pick up that 4th round.
Yeah, that 4th round coming in huge there for SU. Really kind of setting the pace right now. Back and forth affairs so far. Kind of trading off wins here in these rounds. VOD, again, getting aggressive, but Relic is already going to be picked off early there. MWIII retreating through dark, trying to salvage his life. Possibly able to get Ron there, but not able to. Jetty picking up their first kill there onto Steve-O. VOD needs to go huge there. 1v4 situation for SU.
Yeah, VOD is in a really tough position. Not really too sure how this is going to play out. We do have a lot of map control. They may or may not try and stick the bomb. Yeah, VOD was trying to go for the stick. I mean, it's a really tough task for VOD. I mean, everyone was set up in a really great spot. So that's a tied game right now. 4-4 going into the attacking half for Shenandoah.
Yeah, 4-4, like you said, back and forth so far in this search and destroy. And this is kind of what we expected to see from both sides. A lot of patience coming through from the side of Rutgers as well as the side of SU in this search and destroy. And right now, the attacking side for SU just seems that much better than Rutgers so far. But it's really just... it's kind of a toss-up right now. It's up in the air. It's whoever can really get these first few kills on these rounds is who is going to cap it off and end that run for the other team. Yeah,
and we see Don Julio getting the mass pick on a MWIII, just getting super aggressive, getting 2, and Don Julio starting to heat up as VOD and Relic are just trying to play their lives. Relic, though, getting a big pick, putting them into a 2v3 situation.
Yeah, Relic getting Don Julio there down is a good sign for the side of SU. VOD and Relic, the last 2 alive. Jayhem, as I say that, able to find VOD there on the flank. Relic trying to come up huge now, trying to find an angle, but unable to do so. 5-4 now, match point for Rutgers.
Yeah, this is a big round coming out of Shenandoah on the defense. Again, just being patient, playing your time. If Shenandoah does win this, I believe it is based off of kills. So whichever team has the more kills are going to be on the defensive side. So, we're going to be seeing some potentially passive plays. Hopefully we can just play our lives the best we can. I know we were trying to get a little bit aggressive, but this round is where it really matters the most. Let's try and play our lives here.
Yeah, the defensive side now for SU, possibly going to look to play it a little bit slower. VOD, however, still pushing up towards dark there, trying to get aggressive. Relic as well, looking for these angles, trying to get this early pick in favor of SU here, but now going to retreat and kind of just hold these angles and make Rutgers come to them.
Yeah, and the whole side of River is open as we do see D-Boogie pushing up. Does clear out A-Bomb. Now Relic is in the position of his lifetime. Needs to get 1 pick here as VOD does fall to Don Julio. Relic, though, just needs to play their life. Does not have to swing, just wait. Good pick onto MWIII, and MWIII gets 2. And here it is, Steve-O MWIII trying to just play their life. Steve-O's pushing up. And this is going to get really dicey on this B side.
Steve-O has to play patient here. They know where the bomb is. They have it kind of near this dark alley. Steve-O able to get a huge pick there onto Jetty. Now you know where the bomb is. Just wait. Let Jayhem come into you. You know where this angle is. 30 seconds left on the timer here. Playing your time is going to be huge. Jayhem trying to find these angles, but Shenandoah,
there we go.
Huge pickup there from MWIII, able to seal the deal. 5 apiece now. Match point for both sides here. Last round, search and destroy. Really, this is a toss-up.
Yeah, my heart's beating out of my chest as MWIII being able to pick up that final kill, but this is where it matters most. I don't know who has how many kills, so we really need to figure out who is on the defensive side. If it's Shenandoah, I think it's going to go in the favor of Shenandoah. If we're attack, I think we're going to be in the favor of Shenandoah still. Hopefully. Let's just see how we play this out. Typically, we were playing towards this B side, but again, Rutgers getting really aggressive towards this A side. B, though, does look a little bit open as we do see 2 start to row towards this B side. But I think they're trying to just hit this out fast.
4 people committed towards this B side, unable to get a pickup there. Rutgers sees the angle, but unable to get anything. VOD trying to find this peak, looking over, trying to get aggressive, but JHEM able to pick up that kill. Don Rahulio, JHEM picking up 2. Stevo and VOD are already down. It's going to be up to Mossman finding Don. That is a huge pick on the side of SU. We've seen it happen already. Mossman and Relic, the tag team duo here, trying to clutch up for the side of SU to take this to a map point in favor of SU if they win this round. But right now, JHEM and Jetty just set up in these perfect positions. D-Boogie as well. The angles are on lock here for the side of Rutgers.
Yeah, there's 35 seconds left, and if you really need to get this bomb so we can try and play, you know, to whatever side we want, but this is a tall task for the side of Shenandoah. I love what they're trying to do, as we do see Jetty going on the angle of his life. Oh, and Boogie gets one. Mossman in that 1v3 situation can be really tough to get any kills or bomb plants down. Is able to get the melee kill, but does fall, bringing the series to a 1-1 series. This is going to be a long one today.
Yeah, I mean, a great effort there from the SU squad. Mossman being able to pick up 1, but at a man disadvantage, JHEM is just there in the angle to just finish off the kill there for the side of Rutgers. But a 6-5 series there. This is going to be a very close series.
Yeah, I think Rutgers really read that well. I think, you know, Shenandoah is really comfortable with that B push. So I'm pretty sure they recognized that, and they had actually essentially 3 set up towards that area as they were starting to push it out. So again, really well done by Rutgers, being able to hold that, being able to also understand that that's what they're comfortable with, what they're familiar with, and when it gets down to it, that's where they like to go. So again, maybe could have mixed it up a little bit, but that map is now in the past. Right,
Yep.
we have a control coming up, 1-1. Even scoreline, let's have some even mentals, right? Hopefully these Shenandoah guys aren't too down after this search. I mean, that was a really close game, right? So, you know, let's just try and regain and pick it back up here.
Yeah, that last map is in the past indeed. A close map, really back and forth affair by both sides here. Everyone kind of pulling their weight on both sides, but Don Rahulio coming online in map number 2 here, being able to pull Rutgers out from the trenches. Had a little bit of a slow start here, 0-2 on round number 2. They're unable to pick up any huge picks on the side of Rutgers, but really towards the end there started to heat up, and Shenandoah just could not win those gunfights. Yeah,
I mean, again, they just had really aggressive map control, the side of Rutgers did, and they were really confident and comfortable with how they were playing, and that's really what netted them, I feel like, the win on those defensive rounds. It was pretty hard to try and pick it up, but again, we did have a few attacking round wins, but just not enough to close it out, right? So yeah, let's look at this. D-Boogie going massive with the 13-7. JHEM also, like you were talking about, being able to be that man for them as he was going 10-6, and Jetty got 1 kill, but maybe that's the one he needs to try and get himself back into this game.
Yeah, Jetty there was able to get that angle and get the pick onto Mossman, I believe, to really seal up one of those rounds for the side of Rutgers there. And really, very, very close map number 2. A close hard point as well, 250 to 143. Nothing to scoff at either on the side of Rutgers here. And now we're going back to Invasion for control. Yeah,
this control is going to be pretty interesting. I feel like our Invasion control is probably one of the better control maps. I know we tend to see it a lot, especially during the CCL games. So that, like I just mentioned, is something we're comfortable on. But, you know, let's look to see how aggressive we can get, especially on this defensive side. Let's see if we can get at least 2 to 3 down and push towards their spawns, maybe get some spawn kills. We do see JHEM posted up in this middle area as VOD picks that up. D-Boogie, though, picks up Stevo as Mossman gets 1, and now it's a 2v2 situation. Mossman gets a massive pick, and now it's just 1 more for the side of Rutgers.
Yeah, Mossman able to get that pick onto Boogie there. JHEM, as I say that, coming behind Relic, but control over this A site will remain in Shenandoah's favor. The defense coming through here on this A site. 3 members still committing towards this A site as well. Don Rahulio able to pick up the kill there onto Verdi. Mossman in a good angle, but JHEM able to flick around, turn his head fast enough to get back onto this site. Now a 1v2 situation for Relic here. Will he commit for it? Will not be able to. The Boogie able to get that flank. Steve-O spraying through the luggage there, able to pick up a kill, able to pick up 2. This could be the moment they're looking for, but Don on the flank, able to pick up 1. Mossman turning around, now getting aggressive, trying to get into that site, but Jayhem able to pick up the kill there. Relic getting Jetty, pushing them off of this A site. Now kind of rotating over to this B site. They know that SU has committed to defending this A site and now has turned their attention to B.
Yeah, the name of the game is ticks, because if you get the most ticks over the other team, you are going to get that defense, as VOD is able to pick up Don Julio. He's one more pick, does get melee down by Jetty, and Steve-O needs to try and clear him out on time, as the side of Rutgers does have 3 ticks right now, and Steve-O and Relic are able to pick up 2.
Yeah, coming in huge there. Steve-O and Relic getting 2 kills on the side of SU, trying to keep them off this B point. But again, Rutgers committing over to this B site. All 4 members trying to get the full cap now onto this B site, trying to add some time to this control map here. Jayhem, Don, and DeBoogie picking up 1 each, really stopping any type of retake SU had hopes of.
Yeah, not too sure VOD saw him going into our spawn, as we do see Rutgers now going fast, trying to hit aggressive towards our spawn, as Steve-O is able to pick up 1 guy flanking. Are they able to see the other guy flanking, as Relic almost died there in that Rugs area, but we see D-Boogie does get that pick onto Relic, the wall bang. Now it's a 1v1 VOD versus D-Boogie.
Yeah, now it's all up to this last tick on A site. VOD able to stay alive so far. Mossman dropping D-Boogie in the meantime, keeping them away. A huge flank over coming around this dark side, possibly able to pick up the kill. Steve-O is able to get 2 on his own, possibly a 3rd, as D-Boogie is coming now, trying to contest, but Jetty just on the wrong side of that car there. D-Boogie is able to get the pick onto Steve-O in mid there, but so far the aggression is coming through from SU. Trades back and forth. As I say that though, Rutgers picking up 2 of their own. VOD and Relic dropping to Don Julio there. Now this is kind of 40 seconds left. Rutgers has to try to force their way into this site, but Relic at a good angle here, trying to stop that from happening. Not able to pick up the kill, however, D-Boogie cleaning it up.
Yeah, Mossman needs to go massive here on this hill. He is low and is getting pinched, and the rest of Rutgers are stacking for this last tick, and that is round number 1 for Rutgers. Now we're going to be seeing this attacking half from Shenandoah. Let's see what they can muster up, as this is going to be a tough one to break through.
Yeah, Mossman able to get that hold onto that A site, trying to keep them off. Really just no trade backs coming through from the side of SU in those last few firefights there. Steve-O was able to pick up 2, but D-Boogie being able to get around that angle to pick him up, really taking off any flank angle that SU had a potential of. Came in huge there for Rutgers. 1-0 now on this control map.
Yeah, Don Julio is currently has a 2 KD playing and absolutely lights out at the moment. But Shenandoah looking to push towards A site, as Relic needs to just stay down. Does get pushed out though. Mossman also falls to D-Boogie, as Steve-O is able to get 1, but now they are coming off a spawning towards this ice cream, and we do see 2 people from the side of Rutgers pushing through, getting aggressive, as VOD is able to pick up 2. Now we're just trying to get onto this B side, as we do see D-Boogie on a big flank here, just trying to pick up something here. Steve-O does go down to himself, as Relic able to pick up Don Julio.
Yeah, Mossman, however, is on a huge flank here. D-Boogie not quite aware just yet, kind of hanging back on that backside there. Steve-O able to flick around. Mossman will get the pick. Steve-O will fall, but now the aggression coming out from SU not working in their favor. Relic unaware of the dangers that are looming above him. Jayhem able to get the aggression turned on. Jetty as well, finding Mossman, pushing Shenandoah off of this B site.
Yeah, and Rutgers is looking rock solid as they're just pushing through. Relic is able to see that 1 person close and needs to get this pick here, as Jayhem does get that big pick. Steve-O may be able to get that pick. Does get the pick. Now we have 30 seconds for the side of Shenandoah, as they need to get this last tick for this B side. I'm pretty sure Rutgers is comfortable giving that up and just trying to, oh, they did have a cruise, and Relic is able to pick up 1, getting that trade, but time is stopped, and they're so close to getting this last tick.
That's Steve-O trying to get this last tick here. The trophy is down. Rutgers coming in to contest, but D-Boogie unable to get up any pick there. The B site will be secured now for Shenandoah. Now kind of looking over to this B site. Mossman being able to pick up Don Rahulio there. Jetty, however, will answer back with a kill of their own onto Relic. Verdi, however, on a huge flank, possibly able to pick up a kill here. D-Boogie will go down. Huge play there from Verdi, keeping the momentum in SU's favor. Don Rahulio will also drop to Steve-O. Mossman finding another as well, possibly a second, but not quite. Jayhem able to win that gunfight against Mossman. Steve-O, however, on a huge flank, possibly getting two. Yes, he will. Jetty, Jayhem again, that last man standing that SU cannot take care of.
And Verdi is in the back, just lingering around as they do spot him out. Jayhem is aware of what was happening, and Relic does get the big pick. And now we see Shenandoah in that 2v2 situation, 1v2 situation, as Relic needs to stay alive here. Potentially clears guy out mid, does clear it out. Verdi able to finish off D-Boogie as Relic is getting aggressive into this Rugs area.
20 seconds left now on this A point. They need to get something going fast. D-Boogie and Don Rahulio, however, will say no. Verdi trying to force his way into that point, but Jayhem is there to respond. No access points on the side of SU into this point. Mossman trying to make something happen, but Rutgers' setup is just too strong for SU to break through.
Yeah, Rutgers is looking like a different team than they did on that hard point. Again, this is kind of their bread and butter. I remember on their control, last time we played, they did a really phenomenal job, and they're doing an absolutely great job just being able to hold back the push of Shenandoah. And honestly, one of the big things that I noticed was Jayhem being able to realize that the spawns were a little bit obscure, right? And being able to realize that there might be someone in our spawn area, and he went to clear it and got that big pick.
Yeah, Jayhem 16-7 on the side of Rutgers, coming in huge in that last round there. SU was able to get huge two pieces across the board. Steve-O, Mossman opening up already. Verdi able to pick up Don Rahulio in the meantime as well. A strong defense, a strong start there for the side of SU, as Rutgers is now going to rotate back over to this B site. D-Boogie already on site trying to get this cap. Verdi recognizes it, but right now, no angle of entry for the side of SU. Relic able to find D-Boogie. Don Rahulio answers back. Jayhem as well, finding Relic and Mossman. Don Rahulio finding Verdi in the meantime as well, keeping SU off of this B site.
Yeah, Steve is playing aggressive here. Does get the pick onto Don Rahulio. Now is a 1v1 onto the B site, as A is also getting captured. Mossman being able to get the big pick and a nice pinch to set up for that A side, as we do still have 0 ticks on that A site. Do have 1 tick, close to 2, do have 2 ticks now on that B side, and the rest of Rutgers are just pushing towards that B side.
Yeah, all 4 members now in full defense mode onto this B site, making sure Shenandoah can't get an angle to retake and recontest this B site. Able to get the full cap there. 2 minutes now on the clock for this A site cap. Match point here, or map point rather, for the side of Rutgers here. Mossman able to find Jetty in the meantime on that flank, but D-Boogie and Don Rahulio able to find Verdi and Relic. Steve-O able to get D-Boogie on the rotate through, trying to get towards that A site, and Steve-O really has a huge flank here, sitting towards this B site, really can do anything that he wants right now.
Yeah, Relic playing his life here on this fire truck area, as we do see Mossman 2 away from a cruise, is getting spotted out by Jayhem, does go down, but Verdi gets a big 2-piece, being able to give some breathing room for Shenandoah.
Yeah, Verdi getting those 2 picks is going to be huge. Jayhem as well, dropping to Verdi 3 to his name. Steve-O able to find Don Rahulio. Steve-O finding 2. Jetty also falling to the fire on the side of Shenandoah. That is Steve-O right now, burning bright, keeping them in this round 3 here. 55 seconds left now. The rotations are just coming through from Steve-O, able to find all these kills. D-Boogie able to answer back, however, Relic will fall. Verdi recognizing that D-Boogie is in the area, kind of looking towards that far site. Steve-O will fall, however, Don Rahulio getting up a huge pick for the side of Rutgers.
Yeah, and we see Relic spotting out. Don Rahulio does go down, is pushing through this laundry area as Mossman needs to try and pick this up. If he does not, this might be the end for Shenandoah, as the majority of Rutgers are already going towards this time, and we already have control of this Rugs area. Steve-O, though, being able to put up the trophy, does pick up the person laundry. Now we have some sort of life, as Steve-O is looking to try and break through with Relic, though. Relic gets one, isn't able to get the second. VOD needs to try and do something as we do clear out this A site, and Rutgers only has 4 lives left, 15 seconds. What can Rutgers do being down 3 lives?
VOD able to get Don Julio. J-Hem able to answer back. However, Steve-O getting J-Hem. D-Boogie and crosses back and forth, trades back and forth, but keeping Rutgers off of this A site. This third round here looks to be in Shenandoah's favor and will fall that way. 2-1 now. The comeback a possibility here in map number 3.
And this is kind of the ball you need to get rolling, as you know, now we are on the attack side. Let's try and use the gunplay that we had this past round going into this new round, right? Steve-O and VOD really starting to pick up the pace, pick up the tempo. We see that, you know, if this is the way that they're playing, you know, this is going to be a pretty close series.
Yeah, Steve-O right now 26 and 17, really able to pull that round back for the side of SU. But over on the side of Rutgers, it's J-Hem 22 and 13 so far on the side of Rutgers, having one crazy map here for himself. Steve-O trying to find these angles, trying to get this attack going. VOD able to find Don Julio there. VOD finding 2. D-Boogie falling as well. Huge picks, but J-Hem, as I say that, answering back. VOD and Steve-O dying. Relic trying to find the answers. Will find the 2-piece. J-Hem and Jetty holding down that B site for Shenandoah. And now the respawn's coming through. The defense really getting set up around this B side. VOD looks away just at the wrong time, however, falls to D-Boogie, but Mossman able to find that response.
Yeah, Mossman is just trying to play his life, almost gets that second tick, but we do see Steve-O on this A side, and Rutgers is just giving up A for right now as they're trying to clear out this B side, and we will see another tick from Shenandoah as VOD able to pick up that person Dark. Does get traded, though, as J-Hem gets a massive 2-piece, and now it's a 1v1 on A. Does fall to D-Boogie. Unfortunately, now we are reset. We only have a minute left to get 2 more ticks. Mossman being able to recognize that someone's close, and now it's time to just push towards this B side as VOD spots out the person Dark. Steve-O, though, getting that pickup, and now they can look to stack and get this time, as Steve-O, though, is electing to push forward.
Yeah, VOD, they're finding the pick onto Don Julio. Mossman as well onto D-Boogie. 2 huge members on the side of Rutgers have fallen, but Steve-O and VOD in response. Jetty will go down. Relic able to get that trade back, but not until they are really pushed off of that site, but the cap has already come through there for SU. A minute 44 now on this point. And now you see J-Hem trying to run for his life through Dark there. 2 members chasing him down. Steve-O finding Don Julio in the meantime over towards this A site. Jetty trying to play life there. Steve-O trying to find this angle and will be able to. VOD instead will be able to pick up that angle. Cruise missile coming through. This could be huge.
Yeah. Realize that 2 are in the back and 1 is Couches. VOD able to get that pick. Now there's 2. There's only 1 more on the side of Rutgers. They just need to clear this guy out. Does clear him out. Now they can start stacking time, trying to just push towards this A side. D-Boogie, though, gets VOD. Mossman filling it in, but J-Hem also cleaning that up. We are at even lives at 1 minute to go.
Yeah, the rotations coming through there from Rutgers, able to get back to that A site in time to defend. J-Hem finding VOD on that cross route there, trying to go through mid there. Don Julio finding Steve-O as well. Relic not able to find these answers back on the side of SU. 11 lives left for Shenandoah, 45 seconds. If they want to keep this game alive, you either kill them all or you get the point.
Yeah, Relic needs to try and get this pick here into this laundry, but does fall as Steve-O and VOD able to get 2. But again, Jetty needs to get cleared. Jetty does get cleared, and now we are 3 up as Shenandoah needs to try and push through. They have 10 lives on both sides. Mossman doesn't clear Couches as Don Julio gets the big pick. Steve-O, though, just trying to play his life. They have only basically 15 seconds left until this round is either tied or over.
Yeah, right now, Relic trying to get the picks, but Don Julio coming up huge again for the side of Rutgers. D-Boogie finding Steve-O in the meantime as well. 5 seconds left. Mossman has to try to find the angle, but J-Hem is already there to save the day for Rutgers. The push will be halted on the side of SU, and map number 3 will go in favor of Rutgers.
And this is something that I was a little bit scared of. I mean, this Rutgers team is really solid. Just being able to get the picks needed. I mean, their reads on this control were massive, right? J-Hem going huge again. And we started to see some fire light up for Shenandoah, but now we're going to be getting into another hard point, right?
Yep.
And this is something that I'm a little bit more comfortable on, for Shenandoah's side, as our hard points tend to be a little bit better than our controls, right? One of the two better of the two in terms of respawn, and it's going to be on Invasion, which again is another. I feel like it's a pretty comfortable map. So if we happen to win this out on Invasion, we're going to be going to a Rio search, which I don't think we've seen it yet, at least on this stream.
Yeah, back over to this hard point on Invasion. Like you said, 3 Invasion maps in a row. Hopefully both sides have gotten kind of a feel of how these openings are coming through from both sides here, the pathing that these players are taking to try to get these quick angles, trying to get these quick picks here. But Hardpoint is one of those maps that is very momentum driven, right? If you get those kills and get those early rotations onto these sites, onto these money hills, it can really be a turning point in these matches. And we're going to jump into some replays here for you. VOD, really a very great kind of display of talent there from the side of Rutgers here. Shenandoah just not able to really keep up with the firefights, with the trades that Rutgers was bringing to them.
Yeah, I mean, there is just a lot of unfortunate timings. Some people happen to just slip through. Others being able to get picked off, just as you saw there, Steve-O being able to read that and getting just some massive plays. But in the end, I mean, the teamwork really showed, especially in the game mode like control, right, where you just have to try and play for these ticks. It is what matters. Is one of the most important things, at least in my opinion. Of course, trying to get these positions and trying to spawn trapping them is huge, especially if you're defending on this map, is massive. But, attacking is where you really need to try and figure out these breaks and play together. And Rutgers just did that, a little bit better than Shenandoah did.
Yeah, and you got to look at JHEM here on the side of Rutgers, really coming in huge. I believe dropping 32 in this control map for Rutgers. Really, Shenandoah could not find the answer to JHEM yet. 32 and 16 here with a 2 KD here on the side of JHEM. Rutgers really just running circles around this, specifically JHEM really just online.
Yeah, the spawn traps are massive. I mean, again, also the playmaking ability, just being able to have that kind of star power. JHEM, again, just playing on all cylinders. And honestly, the rest of Rutgers went negative, right?
Yeah.
And it's not something to scoff at, but, if we see this kind of performance going into this hard point, I mean, I think we can be a little bit comfortable to say, like, as long as Shenandoah play together and just, get their ones, that, this is going to be a pretty close hard point.
Right, it's really about finding your one, right? Being able to get that early kill. Even if you go down, a trade is likely to happen with the comms coming through from the rest of your teammates here. A really hard-fought battle there for that control map. 3-1 in favor of Rutgers here. And really, the gunfights have really been back and forth all night against this team so far. A huge hard point onto Rio to open up the night here for Shenandoah, trying to bounce back here into this hard point on Invasion, something that they are comfortable with. Invasion, of course, 3 maps in a row here. If Shenandoah does win this, we will go back to Search and Destroy onto Rio, which will be interesting to see. I don't think I've personally seen that map played here on stream for Search and Destroy, at least. And now we're going to jump right into the action here. Steve-O trying to find an early pick here for Shenandoah.
Yeah, and this is going to be a really tough position to get out of, as I believe that pallet spawns are kind of the more ideal spawns to have, as we are looking to try and push and flip for those spawns, as we do see Relic goes down to JHEM. Again, starting it off a little bit hot, as we do see the side of Rutgers getting that initial time, but Shenandoah able to get 3, able to get 4 down. Now they just need to try and flip spawns, and they do, but do they recognize that Jetty is spawned on this noob? They do, and Mossman clears it out.
Yeah, Mossman having that angle on what would be the B side if you were doing Search and Destroy here. Able to get Don Rahulio as well on the rotation. VOD popping up. JHEM able to get the kill and recapture control of this P1 on the side of Rutgers. Relic able to get JHEM, but Jetty able to answer back in response. Relic not able to get the kills that he was looking for. 2 seconds now on this hard point. Pretty much evened at 20-17, and the first rotation already there for the side of SU, trying to hunker down onto this P2.
Yeah, this is going to be a really difficult break here, but we do see Rutgers able to get 2 as Mossman needs to try and just play his life. Does go down, and now that is full control for the side of Rutgers, as Stevo is able to get one. Do they recognize that Jayhem, though, is looking for a potential pinch? Does happen to go back, though, as Stevo is looking to try and get one here. Jayhem getting that big pick onto Relic and D-Boogie, getting Mossman as well. Stevo, though, able to pick up D-Boogie for that trade, and Verdi is looking to try and rotate towards this new hill, as this new hill is a money hill, and we're starting to see that rotation come out from the side of Shenandoah.
Yeah, Don Julio and D-Boogie are going to stay on that point there for Rutgers. SU trying to get these rotations back, but Jayhem and D-Boogie are able to recognize that this turn might come in, and now first access is going to be here by Rutgers. Mossman is already here, has to win a huge 3v1, will be unable to. Jayhem able to answer back for Rutgers. The first access there was from Mossman, but with Shenandoah dropping on the rotation there, unable to do anything with it.
Yeah, Stevo playing this really aggressive position, as I believe they're starting to spawn out towards this palace area, maybe, as we are getting a little bit aggressive. Note, they're spawning towards gas, as Verdi just needs to play his life in this laundry. This is a big hold as Mossman breaks through and is going to get some time, not a full 60 though, but is able to get a lot of time. If you get on the side of Palace for this new P4, I mean, this is going to just be really good for the side of Shenandoah here.
Yeah, trades back and forth. Mossman getting two there. Stevo getting Jayhem as well. A huge hold there. Possibly Stevo getting that kill again on Don Julio there. Relic in a firefight of his own, getting the Boogie. Mossman will fall to Jayhem, but Stevo is going to answer back on fire right now. 10-4 is Stevo. Huge points racked up there on the side of SU.
Yeah, and we are getting a split spawn as Don Julio is in the spawn of his life, could potentially get two here. Doesn't realize it though, as Relic is able to get that, and we're already getting this initial time. Verdi staying down in a really nice spot. A lot of people aren't really aware of this spot. Jayhem though is looking to try and clear him out, but they don't see it, and they do have that trophy up. Jayhem does recognize it, does go down, it does get another, but Don Julio cleans that up, and now Shenandoah looks to try and either rotate to flip these spawns, or just give up as much time, try and get these guys off of time. Stevo really just trying to play his life, and I think Verdi is looking for this rotation here.
Yeah, the rotation is going to come through here. Mossman finding the Boogie in the meantime. Jayhem answering back with 2 kills of his own onto Verdi and onto Relic. Stevo trying to answer back. Don Julio will drop to Mossman in the meantime, but this point is done and dusted. 1 second left. Now rotating back onto this P5 here. First rotation coming through from Rutgers. Shenandoah needs to try to find the answer to get back in. Relic dropping to Jetty. Mossman answering back. Trades back and forth so far, but prime control right now on this point for Rutgers.
Yeah, and Verdi does slip through the cracks, as Verdi, it does get one onto Don Julio, and I think they're going to try and clear Verdi out. Does get spotted and is going to get killed from the back, as now Rutgers, again, still have that control, holding a dangerous heady from Jayhem, and Mossman needs to play his life well. We get a split spawn. Our Shenandoah does spawn towards gas side, and this is some absurd spawns.
I mean, Don Julio is able to recognize the chaos that is happening right now on this P5 hold. Jayhem 13-7. Verdi able to answer back, pushing them off of this P5, trying to get some ticks back in their favor, but with only 5 seconds left, there's only so much you can get. D-Boogie able to get Mossman in the meantime. Verdi just barely looking away from these angles just as Rutgers is running through them. Rotating back onto this P1, Verdi will be dropped by D-Boogie, and really it's up to Stevo to open up and really maintain possession here. Mossman as well on a huge angle, unable to solidify the kill. D-Boogie will answer back, and really Rutgers is just rolling right now.
Yeah, we're starting to get these flip spawns, which is really good going into this P2, as there is 35 seconds left. We do need to try and contest some of this time, as we do have a trophy set up. Mossman is just trying to get anyone off of this time. They are staying down though. Mossman unfortunately falls, as they have potentially 20 seconds left, and Stevo just trying this ult is so low as D-Boogie gets that last onto Stevo. Yeah,
Stevo just trying to get the contest there, trying to prevent any more points from ticking over in favor of Rutgers here. 170 now to the 81 on the side of SU, but it looks like the rotations might come through. Relic trying to soak up any last remaining seconds on that P1, but the rotation to P2 is already going to come through from Mossman here. D-Boogie gets Stevo. Verdi in a very powerful position here, able to pick up Deboogie on the rotation. Don Rahulio finding Relic, and Jayhem again being able to push into that site. Verdi not able to get the kill there. Jayhem dropping 2 members on the side of SU by himself, and Rutgers again regaining control of this P2.
Yeah, these split spawns are just super devastating for the Shenandoah. I mean, they consistently had some pretty nice plays, but we do see Verdi, Stevo, and Relic getting 2 as Relic cleans it up to get some remaining time, and now we just need to see Shenandoah rotate as we do see Rutgers trying to take any cutoffs, any cutoff angles as Mossman pushing into that DVD, gets the kill. Now we can maybe push through a little bit more as we do see Jetty spawning out. They're starting to spawn out as Shenandoah take control of this new site here.
Yeah, P2 in full control here by Relic, making sure they can soak up any time left. The rotations already coming through, however, on the side of Rutgers over to this P3. A huge point possible here for Rutgers, already having that first setup. All 4 members pretty much in the area. Don Rahulio, the only one kind of out on his own, but really that's okay if you're on the side of Rutgers. You're looking for these picks, looking for these angles. Mossman killing his own member there. Stevo dropping Verdi, and Mossman trying to answer back. 2 picked up on the side of Mossman, possibly a third, unable to do so. Don Rahulio just barely escaping with his life there. Stevo trying to push his way in now as well, will be able to pick up the kill, and really the back and forth now on this this money hill is going to be huge if Shenandoah can get these last 20 seconds in their pocket.
Yeah, and this is actually really good for Shenandoah. If we're able to control these gas spawns here, it's going to be pretty hard for the side of Rutgers to break through. As long as they keep control, Stevo able to get these picks where he can, and Rutgers does have control of New, and they could potentially hold it if they keep pushing it the way that they're looking right now.
Yeah, Shenandoah now down about 70 points here. Rutgers can win off of this next point. However, Mossman and Relic finding 2 there. Jetty answering back, Relic dropping Mossman as well, getting Jetty there, but unable to do anything further. Don Rahulio back off of respawn, will be killed by Verdi there, and really no one on this point, no one able to get these ticks so far. Stevo trying to go huge, trying to get in there, but the trophy is in position. These nades mean nothing right now coming out from SU. Mossman able to get Jetty on the backside, kills back and forth, trying to get some kind of momentum, but Jayhem and Deboogie are just closing the door.
Oh my god, Stevo getting a massive 2-piece, trying to just stay alive, gets a 3rd, almost gets a 4th. Stevo is feeling super hot right now. Get a 4th, Stevo. Now needs to try and push through as Shenandoah need to get control of these new spawns. You kind of want to spawn towards this back gas area. It's going to be very advantageous. Verdi, though, again, slipping through the cracks, gets another big one, and will he read the flip again?
He is going to look. This is what got him last time, looking towards those stairs, but Relic and Mossman able to get these picks in favor. Mossman getting 2. Don Rahulio and Verdi now in this position, finding Jayhem on the rotation, trying to get into that site. 45 seconds on this point in favor of Shenandoah. Jetty able to find Relic. Verdi still in a good position, just needs to play slow. Don't get too aggressive right now. Stevo able to find Don Rahulio, pushing them off of this site, but right now, Shenandoah not on it. Now re-entering this site, trying to get these last 30 seconds to really close this point gap.
Yeah, and we can really see these rotations come out as Verdi just needs to play his life. The Mossman is able to help out Verdi, but Don Julio gets 2 and Jayhem gets 3. And we are going to see some flip spawns as we do see Rutgers get at least 12 more seconds going into this P1. And this is going to be really devastating for the side of Shenandoah if they just need to get control and power positions here. Stevo gets 1 off of that new, and now this point is up. They can honestly play for some white time or for some contested time, but we just need to trade these kills out.
Yeah, Shenandoah has to have a good hold here on this P1, something that they've struggled with so far. Mossman, however, finding 2, 44 seconds here, 185 to the 235 on the side of Rutgers, being contested back and forth. This is just one of those points that's really hard to maintain control on, often switches sides back and forth, but Relic, Verdi, and Mossman are trying to save the day here from Shenandoah and will do so. So far, full control of this P1 for Shenandoah, and Stevo already rotating back over to this P2 site, but D-Boogie and Don Rahulio are going to find the response. 16 seconds. Stevo needs to try to pick up some kills and support his team.
And I love the way that Stevo's playing here, trying to play aggressive towards his B control. Does get spotted out by J-Hem, but Verdi able to get Don Rahulio. Verdi needs to win this. Mossman able to pick that up, and Relic just contesting this time for 3 seconds, able to hold it off as now we have P2 control, just trying to play our lives. We do have a trophy for Mossman, does throw it, and this is going to be massive if they're looking to try and break through. Relic able to get one, not able to get it the second as Don Rahulio is alive, but there is that pinch.
SU can win off this point here. Jetty will find the kill onto Stevo. Verdi answering back, having a strong position here. Verdi finding 2. Relic with an answer as well. Looking away from that site just in time there for the entry for Rutgers. But response is coming across the board. 30 seconds left now on this P2 hill. J-Hem is going to go huge for the side of Rutgers. Control falling to them. A good effort there from the side of SU, almost bringing it back. They are going to be kicking themselves after that one.
I mean, they were seeing some signs of life going from that P4, Stevo getting the massive 4-piece, going into that P5. I mean, they slipped through Verdi the second time, slipped through, right? And Don Rahulio again just slipping through the cracks from this P2, realizing that they're just trying to flood this time. I mean, again, they only had 2 more seconds that they needed, and we're like able to hold that down on that P1, but couldn't get the job done. As, again, Shenandoah were able to bring it back, and it was getting really close there.
Yeah, I mean, on the scoreboard at the end of the day, this is going to be a 3-1, but it certainly did not feel like that. These last 3 maps were extremely close, back and forth, 6-5 on the Search and Destroy. And I guess the points for this one are 250 to about like 230-ish on the side of Shenandoah here. Really close game coming into this map number 4, but really Shenandoah played out of their minds.
I mean, yeah, these boys had a lot coming into this series. I mean, they were looking for that redemption, you know, from this past weekend, and again, they played with some fire in their hearts, but you know, at the end of the day, Rutgers really just being able to close it out when the time is right. And I mean, hats off to this Rutgers crew as, again, just really making a difference. You know, Don Rahulio is a difference maker, right? So being able to get that done, I mean, J-Hem. Let's talk about J-Hem for a little bit, right? He played that really well in that search. He played really well during that control. So hats off to him. I mean, Stevo doing whatever he can to try and keep these guys in. Verdi, Relic, and Mossman, again, playing whatever they could angles-wise. And they were able to clean up kills. You know, Stevo was getting those cleanup kills. But again, it was honestly a pretty even performance from my perspective, at least.
And I mean, you can see Mossman here on this hard point, 22 and 15. Stevo as well, possibly dropping a 30-piece here in this game. But it's really trying to track the members of Rutgers. Don, Rahulio, D-Boogie, and J-Hem having huge map number 4s here in favor of Rutgers. J-Hem towards the end, they're able to pick up a huge 2-piece to really seal the deal there for Rutgers. But 250 to 225, that really could have gone either way.
I completely agree. And yeah, it was in the favor of Rutgers for the first rotation. But once we started to dial it back in and, you know, play for the rotations, play for the spawns, we could start to see some signs of life as Shenandoah really were bringing it back. And again, it just came down to those small things, if whether or not we all rotated together, whether or not we were able to get those picks when needed. And again, Rutgers was able to do that just a little bit better today. So, I mean, again, really close series. Could have honestly gone either way in my head. It didn't seem like anyone was really getting overwhelmed for the most part. Maybe outside of the control, I mean, Rutgers, again, looked really dominant there. But throughout the other game, it was pretty even.
Yeah, back and forth on those last 3 maps there. 6-5 on the Search and Destroy, 3-1 on the control there. Rutgers in a dominant fashion, being able to put themselves to match point, and really had to fight for that last P2 control there on the side of Rutgers there. Shenandoah was starting to heat up, like you said, towards the end of that map number 4, but there's a lot to take from this, right? Rutgers was fast on those rotations, really kind of just giving up those last 5-10 seconds on these points, getting these first looks onto these new points, and Shenandoah was just a smidge behind them, unlike the first hard point on Rio, where Shenandoah just seemed to be ahead of the game.
Yeah, and hopefully the Shenandoah crew can keep the fire that, you know, they started to end, or they ended off with in that last series, and bring it into this new series, as they are going to be going up against RIT, which is another pretty solid school, right? I mean, they have a really good crew. I know that we scrimmed them over the winter and a few times before the season started. So I'm really looking forward to this one as well. I mean, I'm pretty sure, again, this is going to be a series where if they're able to come out of this winning, you know, they're going to still have a pretty they're going to have an even record, as you can see right down here.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 2-3 right now after the loss there to Rutgers, coming into RIT. Like you said, not a bad opponent either. RIT coming in kind of with a positive mentality, right? And Shenandoah trying to bounce back against this tough loss against Rutgers here. It'll be interesting to see kind of how they keep the momentum going after that end of that last hard point there. The momentum really heavily in Shenandoah's favor, and really keep your heads up, right? Rutgers is a very, very hard team. And with that being said, we'll be right back here shortly with RIT as Shenandoah looks to bounce back after that loss.
Is it to get the trade when Steve gets a nice 2. Steve is up and
full control right now on this P1 hardpoint map for Shenandoah.
Trying to help out Steve, just playing his life as best as he can.
Yeah, Steve able to get that good and full control over this P number 2 here for SU, and Brody falling, but Mossman able to answer back. Steve-O has to go huge here.
We do see Jetty clearing off that ult and is going to be pinching. I'm not too
Not a good sign for Shenandoah, but if they can get these trophies down, like you said, Relic in a good opportunity here with Verdi on this spawn, possibly able to get something back. But JM,
Jetty picks up Steve-O, and now they're just looking for the rotation. Verdi, though, able to pick up.
Unable to do anything with it. Verdi needs to go huge, but D-Boogie is going to slice him.
Relic does go down to D-Boogie. Mossman gets good for 1. Good for 2. Mossman performing massive. Needs to get this 3rd. Gets it. Time to stay down. Mossman, though, does get traded out. J-Hem and Verdi goes.
Towards A-site. Will Verdi find contact here? D-Boogie is able to get that early fuse shortly here. If he doesn't get it, that one would be huge for SU.
Yeah, Verdi is super aggressive position and is absolutely not aware of Verdi. I don't know what he was thinking.
And so holding down the fort.
Yeah, and this is Steve just putting it like 1 onto Jetty. Now we see Relic sees the guy
down here. Relic now holding this angle to the side of SU. Knows exactly where he is. Able to get that frag there. Huge 2v1 situation. Now Mossman holding this angle. Duck behind that car there. Finding the angle. Starting to heat up. Verdi and Relic are just trying to have to play patience here. They know where the bomb is. They have it kind of near the start.
Yeah, on our out of my chest. Mossman being able to pick up that towards their spawns, maybe get some spawn kills. We do see J-Hem posted up in this middle area as Verdi picks Steve-O as Mossman gets 1, and now it's a 2v2 situation. Mossman,
the Boogie able to get that flank. Steve-O spraying through the luggage there, able to pick up the and turning around. Now getting aggressive, trying to get into that site, but J-Hem able to pick up.
Rutgers now going fast, trying to hit aggressive towards our spawns as
J-Hem able to win that gunfight against Mossman. Steve, however, on a huge flank, possibly
is aware of what was happening in Relic. Does get the big pick. Now is a 1v1 onto the B side. As A is also getting captured. Mossman being able to get the big pick and a nice pinch set up for that A side.
To Boogie and Don Rahulio able to find Verdi and Relic.
Shenandoah.
Yeah, Verdi getting those 2 picks is going to be huge. James Wells dropping to Verdi 3 to his name. Steve-O able to find Don Rahulio. However, Don Rahulio getting up a huge pick for the side of Rutgers.
Yeah, we'll see Rahulio.
J-Hem able to answer back. However, Steve-O getting J-Hem. D-Boogie falling as well. Huge pick, but J-Hem, as I say that, answering back. Verdi and Steve-O dying. Relic trying to find the answers. Will find the 2-piece. J-Hem and Jetty. Hold Jetty. Trying to play life there. Steve-O trying to find this angle and will be able to.
And trying it off a little bit high. They recognize that Jetty is spawn point of view. They do.
Yeah, Mossman having that angle on the wood, the B side if you were doing search and destroy.
Getting that big pick onto Relic and D-Boogie, getting Mossman as well. Steve-O, though, come out from the side of Shenandoah.
Yeah, Donra, Julio, and D-Boogie are going to stay on them in. And now, first access is going to be here by Rutgers. Mossman
for this new P4, I mean, this is going to just be really good for the side of Shenandoah.
Steve-O getting J-Hem as well. A huge hold there. Possibly Steve-O getting that kill again on Donra. Julio there. Relic in a firefight will fall to J-Hem, but Steve-O is going to answer back on fire right now.
Hear him out, but they don't see it. And they do have that trophy up. J-Ham does recognize it, does go down. It does get another.
Running through them, rotating back onto this P1. Birdie will be dropped by the Boogie.
Devastating for the side of Shenandoah. I mean, consistently had some pretty nice plays, but we do see Birdie, Steve-O, and Relic getting Q as take any cutoffs, any cutoff angles. Mossman pushing into that DVD, gets by the Rutgers.
They're looking for these kicks, looking for these angles. Mossman killing his own member there. Steve-O dropping Birdie and Mossman trying to answer back too. So Donra just barely escaping with his life there. Steve-O trying to push his way. Yeah, Shenandoah now down about 70 points here. Rutgers can be killed by Verdi there. And really no one on this point, no one able to get these hits. J-Hem and D-Boogie are just closing the door.
Oh my god, Steve-O getting a massive two-piece, trying to stay alive, gets a third, almost gets a fourth. Steve-O is feeling super hot right now. And we can really see these rotations come out as Verdi just needs to play his life.
Yeah, Shenandoah has to have a good hold here on this P1.
It's alive, but there is that pinch.
Hand out, she holds. It's feeling like we've been here before. We're both so broke. That's something that'll keep us afloat. Don't walk too slow. We can't keep falling deeper again. Came too close and the taste so far from pure. A rush of blood, but we search for so much more. We've all been here before.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Tough loss there against, who did we just play?
We played Rutgers.
We played Rutgers. That completely left my brain. Yeah, we just came off a tough loss there against Rutgers, 3-1 there, going to 4 maps. Pretty positive display there for the SU squad there. Vitaly, why don't you break it down for me?
Yeah, I mean, so we started off pretty hot on that Rio. We went 250 to 143, played super solid. But then we got into that invasion search, which was a nail biter. We did lose 5-6. Rutgers really able to bring it back and seal that one out. And then control, they were extremely dominant, finishing it out 3-1. I mean, J-Hem was going crazy. Don Julio being able to pick it up, and the rest of Rutgers as well. And then that last map was where it really was just, I couldn't really speak for half of the time. It was really hard for me to get my thoughts together. You know, you're just cheering for some really high quality COD, but it was 250 to 225 for the side of Rutgers, and it was extremely close. The number is close, but to me it felt way closer. Yeah,
it was definitely a very close map. Number 4 there, Shenandoah had control on that P2, just weren't able to win their gunfights here. J-Hem, of course, was a huge factor in Rutgers' win there, coming up huge in the last 2 maps to really seal the deal there. We are also going to be we have a second match tonight here against RIT here. RIT just came off of a win here against Humber College with a very powerful 3-0 there against Humber for RIT, sitting at 3-2 in the standings here. Shenandoah sitting at 2-3. We do have the maps ready to go here for you. We're switching it up a little bit.
Yeah, we're going to see that Rio hardpoint again. Super, super fun to see that again. I love how mixed it gets. But this is where we're starting to see a new side of Shenandoah as we are going into high-rise search and then high-rise control, right? And then if we happen to take it the distance, I mean, again, RIT, really good school. But if we happen to take it the distance, we're going to be seeing some sub-base hardpoint, which we haven't seen. And there are some new changes to that. And then terminal search. So for those who aren't maybe not familiar or haven't tuned into Call of Duty stream in a while, terminal hardpoint is no longer a part of the map pool. It got replaced for this Rio map. But terminal search and destroy, is one of those maps where you have to be explosive off rip if you're on the attacking side, right? So if you want to try and catch the defenders off guard on their back foot, right, as they're trying to set up, and if you're able to push through and get the trades where you can, that'll just be a recipe for success. But if you can't, you know, that of course is going to be really difficult to try and regroup, regather, especially after throwing all the tacticals, all the lethals. But again, we're seeing a new side of Shenandoah maps we haven't seen, well, outside of Rio. But this is going to be a map for the ages as we're getting into this first map. Relic being able to get one, not able to get the second though, as Nemo does get that pick on a Relic, and Stevo gets that trade. Stevo is good for 2, and now we have control of this P1 as we do see Bob trying to get that pick onto Verdi. Does get Verdi, and Stevo is trying to just play this time.
Yeah, Stevo getting that trophy down now. it's Ready is able to take out its Stevo, but Relic answering back with the answer there. Now getting contested here by Faded Crown on this back side. Relic unable to get the kill there. Bob as well answering against Mossman on that rotation. This hardpoint kind of going back and forth here, being contested by both sides. Not a whole lot of points getting racked up so far, but really just both sides kind of feeling out the play styles of these opponents here, and really hardpoint is really going to get going later on once we get these new points coming through and the rotations coming through. As we see, RIT will have first rotation there. Bob already sitting on point.
Yeah, we see Relic getting that good pickup onto Nemo, trying to get close towards his time. He needs to just play his life, potentially trying to flank. Is Relic aware of this person behind him? Not aware, as we do see Nemo getting that pick onto Relic, and we are seeing a good control hold here for RIT, as P2 isn't getting contested. Now it is, but we do have that trophy set up for Shenandoah.
Yeah, Bob getting a huge two-piece there. Mossman and Verdi falling. Stevo trying to answer back. Bob will fall to him, but Faded Crown and Ready are in position to answer back for the side of RIT. This point heavily in favor of RIT here, and rotations are already going to come through from the side of Shenandoah over to this P3 point here. Bob getting picks left and right. Mossman being able to answer back for his fallen brother Verdi there. And really, the rotation coming through from SU is something that you love to see from this squad, right? They recognize that this P2 is already going to be done and dusted hard to break that point. Mossman and Stevo going crazy right now with first access to this P3, a potential money hill here for Shenandoah if they can get this set up correctly.
Yeah, we already got 15 seconds of this hill, and they're trying to break through as the break does happen. And now Verdi just needs to play his life here as he's starting to get low. Bob is able to pick up Relic as Nemo also finds that pick onto Verdi. Stevo, though, is in the back. They are aware that Stevo is lurking in the back here, is able to get one, trying to get two. There is a trophy set up, but the rest of Shenandoah is trying to break through this bridge side, and I believe Nemo called that out, and now we're looking potentially towards this bridge side as Faded Crown is trying to pick that up, is able to pinch Verdi on time, and Bossman able potentially to get this trade and looking to clear up this new, as we do see Bob already set up onto this new time here.
Yeah, Mossman getting a good flank there, really able to soak up the last few points here on that P number 3 there. P4 now coming through. RIT getting first rotation again, but Shenandoah has a numbers advantage. Trophy, however, is down. Ready is in the prime position to take down Stevo and Mossman on that flank. Bob answering as well onto Relic. Really, Shenandoah's push there, the potential that they had was just read by RIT as they have that first rotation to that point.
Yeah, Mossman, and we do see Mossman and Stevo trying to just play their life. Relic and Stevo able to get a massive 2. There is no one on that time, as we do see Shenandoah trying to take it up now. Relic able to clear out this person in tiles, gets a massive pick. Do have control of tiles. Mossman able to pick that person up as well. Now they're starting to pinch through. Mossman needs to try and just play his life here. Is able to spot one out tiles. Does get that pick up, but now Mossman again. Can he go big for this second pick here? Is able to go big. Does fall, but we do see Shenandoah, 2 people from Shenandoah already rowing towards this new, as 2 from RIT are also rowing new.
Yeah, Verdi and Relic already looking towards this new site here to try to get this first access to this next point. Verdi being able to pick off Nemo in there. That's huge there. He's been going huge so far in these gunfights. But Ready, again, will pick up 2 on his own. Verdi's going to try to answer back, getting a pick on the Faded Crown. Ready will drop to Stevo, but Bob is able to answer back and even out the trades in favor of RIT. But Shenandoah still has possession of this point and is trying to even out the scoreline here with really trying to soak in the points from this new point.
Yeah, Stevo does have control of bridge as Verdi is looking to fill that space. Stevo able to get that 1, potentially getting 2 as Stevo clears off that point, getting that good white time, and we can potentially get 20 seconds to get it a little bit closer going into this P1 here, as we do see the side of RIT trying to just push through. Nemo able to get 1, Stevo able to get that trade, and now the point is getting contested as Stevo getting flanked here and gets that pick.
Yeah, Stevo able to get Faded Crown there. They're going to have first access to this P1, but Ready able to trade back on Relic. Gets 2 for the side of RIT. Bob able to push forwards and get Verdi in the meantime as well. Mossman trying to find Nemo here, just like the movie says. Will he be able to do it? Yes, no, not quite. Nemo able to win that gunfight against Mossman. Faded Crown finding 2 of his own as well. Relic and Stevo dropping RIT in prime position full control of this P1.
Yeah, RIT is looking super solid going into this P1 as they do have full control, able to get that 3 down, Faded Crown, able to get Birdie, Relic able to get Bob, and Faded Crown gets that trade as well, able to get 2, and now we almost have 20-ish seconds. Oh, but Steve-O able to pick that up. Ready is getting that trade, is ready for the trade, and I think that Shenandoah is looking to try and rotate towards this new hill, although RIT is already set up 3 people new.
Yeah, Relic is now trying to get this last hard point kind of in their favor here, down about 44 points here on the side of Shenandoah, but Steve-O coming in huge with that cruise missile, finding Nemo, finding Faded Crown. This could be the moment that Shenandoah needs to have access to this point. They know where Bob is. Relic will be able to pick up the kill there. Good setup now coming through. Verdi does not look behind him, however, but Mossman will be able to find Nemo answering back. Huge control here coming through on this point for Shenandoah.
Yeah, everyone's a little bit grouped up. We are getting that time, and we do see majority of their team, RIT, pushing through this P4 side, as we do see Faded Crown is on the flank of his life, though. Verdi getting 2 here, and Relic able to get that pinch as the rest of RIT do fall. And now we're looking to rotate towards this new. Verdi is set up beautifully here, able to get 1. Is he able to get 2? Is able to get 2. Mossman with that help. Now we have a little bit more control here, I believe, as the rest of Shenandoah is starting to spawn towards this new site. And yes, they are, and Mossman is in a prime position, potentially able to get this one. I think they're spawning him out, though. Moss does go down, unfortunately, and now we're starting to realize that 3 are pushing from P1. Maybe someone's going to be pinching bridge. Verdi, though, able to get that first pick, and the trades are starting to come in. Verdi able to get 2. Nemo is able to get 2 as well, and Verdi will come out on top as P3 is now in favor of Shenandoah.
Yeah, Verdi getting 3 kills there is huge for the side of SU. They're now about 9 points within 150 here for the side of SU, being able to bring it back, tie it up here. Ready and Faded Crown trying to stop the progress. The control now being contested. Nemo and Bob here for the reinforcements, able to take control of this point in favor of RIT. Mossman now trying to make his way back in. Steve-O will find the pick onto Faded Crown. Steve-O with a flank on the escalators here, trying to find him but unable to do so. Bob there in a perfect position to find Steve-O on that flank. Verdi answers back onto Ready, but Bob again not falling on the side of RIT, able to get some points back in favor of RIT there, as rotations are now going to come through onto the new point.
And this is going to be a really big hold as Steve-O is able to pick up that 2. We're pinching him, and Relic unfortunately goes down, but we do get control of this new side as Steve-O also picks up another one flanking, is not able to get the tags onto Faded Crown, but now just needs to play his life. Steve-O does go down, and now we see 3 people from the side of RIT trying to push through. But now we also see Nemo is activating their flank, trying to just be lurking as they do catch him off guard. Relic, though, needs to go big here onto Nemo, is able to get that pick, and although Relic does get that pick, now it's a 2v1 situation on time.
Yeah, Faded Crown able to get that pick onto Steve-O there. Relic able to answer back, though. Maintain possession of this point in Shenandoah's favor. Now the lead ticking over in to the favor of SU here. As I say that, though, the answer back is going to come through from Bob, but Steve-O and Mossman are going to unload on the members of RIT. The rotation is already going to come through onto this new point. This P5 already being set up by Verdi and by Mossman here, really trying to seal the deal and get some huge points on this P5.
Yeah, we do see that we're getting that initial time as Steve-O's just trying to control. P1 does go down, though, as we do see Verdi trying to just get someone off of time, is getting that person low, and now it's just time to push through. Relic able to finish that Faded Crown off with a nade, and we do have a little bit of time here as they're starting to pinch through. Verdi needs to stay alive, does go down, though, from Ready. And Mossman does have that AR, is able to drop, though, trying to get some sort of rotations, able to get 1 on bridge, potentially getting that second one, gets the second. Now the other person from RIT has to drop to get this time.
Yeah, Faded Crown dropping now onto that point there, trying to get some points in favor of RIT, but Relic is going to snuff it out, able to push them off of the site. Now Steve-O finding Nemo on the flank, trying to keep them off of that point. Ready is going to be able to find Relic. However, this scoreline right now is almost pretty much at 200 apiece here. P1, however, control is going to go over to Shenandoah, ditching the P5, trying to set up for this next push.
Yeah, this is going to be a really big play for VOD unfortunately does go down, and now RIT does have a lot of control of this P1 as the rest of Shenandoah are starting to respawn in.
Yeah, Faded Crown able to pick up 2 there. Huge on the side of RIT. Mossman now trying to make his way into sight. Faded Crown, however, has his number so far. Nemo and Reddy finding VOD and Relic on the site there. They need to try to break this hold that RIT has set up here. Stevo has to try to make something happen, getting hit by that stun grenade. Unable to do anything, unable to push forward. Mossman again trying to find something. Bob will take him down. Relic finding 2, however, is huge. Taking possession back over of this P1 into Shenandoah's favor, but Faded Crown, as I say that, answers back, taking possession back in favor of RIT. Rotations are already now going to come through onto this P2 from Mossman, trying to set up early to win the game on this hill.
Yeah, Mossman is going to get pinched, though, and we do see Relic starting to try and look for the flank, but is not helping Mossman on this new hill as Relic looks to try and break through. Doesn't break through, though. Bob able to sniff that out. VOD, though, able to get a massive pick here as Stevo and VOD are looking to try and just break through. VOD gets his second as Bob also picks up Stevo, and now it's Mossman getting 1 with the slide cancel as Nemo able to trade that out. Relic, though, is trying to just fly towards his time as it is map 1 for RIT, and that was just a super close series.
Yeah, that was a back and forth hard point there going in favor of RIT, but you can see Nemo there towards the end of that round picking up some crucial kills there. But this is a best of 5 series. They're not out of it just yet. We're now going over, I believe, to 2 high-rise back-to-back here on Search and Destroy and on Control, something that Shenandoah has shined at before.
Yeah, and we see the disappointment on Shenandoah right now as, again, I mean, that was a close series, and it's really tough to try and bounce back, especially from these close series, right? Just trying to get anything going. I mean, the ball started to roll a little bit. Again, it's still a super close series. And there's nothing you can really be upset about. But, I mean, of course, you can be upset about losing, right? But as you know, as long as you're able to recognize that, you know, it was a close game and, you know, we have a new map coming in, you know, that's the kind of mental reset that we want to see here from Shenandoah if they have any shot on you know, bringing back this series. Yeah, and we saw everyone on the side of SU there during that hard point able to pick up some crucial kills and really go on some huge kill streaks there. I know we saw Steve, I believe, picking up 4 or 5 in a row there in the middle of that map, and really just being able to snowball off of those picks and maintain control of the game and can dictate the pace of your opponent, make them play at your speed. That's something that Shenandoah has been able to really shine with doing, and that's something that they need to continue to do moving into this Search and Destroy. Yeah, I mean, again, we started to see some really early rotations from the side of Shenandoah, right? And like on that second rotation, P5, we started to rotate a lot earlier, which was great. We did try to hit towards that old time, which personally I understand why you're trying to hit for old, but you know, you want to try and get rotation of that new side, right? If you realize that you're at a disadvantage in terms of spawns, you know, you want to try and pick up where you're leaving off, right? And Stevo, again, being able to go clutch here as we are going to be getting into this high-rise Search and Destroy. But again, going into this, hopefully everybody on the side of Shenandoah able to have a mental reset. Yeah, Shenandoah starting off on the defending side here, something that they've done very well with in the past on this high-rise Search and Destroy, trying to find these early picks, these nades coming out from Moss, not connecting just yet. Right now, a slow approach from RIT, kind of setting up towards this top side of the map, towards this A site, trying to find these picks here and there. But right now, Shenandoah holding strong angles to try to pick off rotations from RIT. Yeah, we do see two players from RIT trying to push this bottom blue area out. They're essentially right underneath Relic, but they are trying to just play conservative, play for kills. I believe we're trying to take more advantage or more control towards the B side as VOD able to spot one out, maybe realize that there's a second one there, and we do see Reddy starting to push through a little bit towards this top blue area. Maybe wondering, is Stevo able to get Nemo? Stevo getting 2 there. That is huge. Nemo and Faded Crown, 2 huge factors in that hard point. Mossman being able to find Reddy as well. VOD goes down in response, but a 3v1 situation now for Bob, trying to get this plant down, but really has
nowhere to go to get to this bomb. 12 seconds and ticking. Nothing RIT could do after Steve-O getting that 2-piece right off the bat.
Yeah, that was a clinical round by Shenandoah, and for high rise, it's very favorable on the defensive side. Again, there's so many places that you can slip through if you're on the attacking side, but if you have really good control around the entire map, you can really look for some solid pushes. And unfortunately, RIT do fall, but now we're going to see the side of Shenandoah attack here, and let's see what they have cooking for the second half.
We saw the player cams there just a moment ago, seeing smiles on the faces. That is a good thing to see, recovering from that map number 1. Like you said, the attacking side coming through here. Steve-O escaping with just 40 HP to his name. They're able to regain, stay alive, keeping this an even 4v4 here. VOD possibly finding Nemo in this underside, but looking away from that angle as he has been doing almost all night so far, looking at away at the wrong times, possibly being able to find a pick here onto Ready, will be able to, and the push coming through from Faded Crown. VOD finding 2.
And we see Steve-O in a beautiful power position, as we do see Nemo is on the ladder, does get that pick and able to drop out, putting them in a 2v2 situation. That was a beautiful play by Nemo, being able to just mantle on top of that ladder. Mossman, super low, needs to play his life. And the timing was immaculate from Mossman. Unintentional, but beautiful.
I mean, Nemo there on the stairs, unaware that Mossman is going to be falling right on top of him. Steve-O with the flank. They're able to get into spawn. 2-0 now here for SU. Great start to the search and destroy.
Yeah, I was sweating bullets a little bit, seeing Nemo almost getting Mossman, as they were spotted out, and fortunately Mossman was able to recognize that, tried to play his life, and also came up with a massive kill to put them in a advantageous situation. Yeah,
finding Nemo here is something that they've been doing a great job at so far. Shenandoah now on this defending side looked very strong in the opening of this map on high rise here. Nades coming out from Steve-O, just trying to get a lucky pick trophy coming down here towards the back of the sights there. Nade as well connecting onto Steve-O there, but not enough to secure the kill on the side of RIT. Pretty standard approach here, but really all the members of RIT kind of approaching this B site here. Steve-O able to find Bob, able to find two. Bob and Nemo already down. VOD with the flank onto Faded Crown. It's all up to Ready, 1v4.
Yeah, and VOD was able to pinch that beautifully, as after Steve-O getting to being able to have that cruise available in his back pocket for Shenandoah. And this is going to just be really tough. And Steve-O is just on a massacre right now, just trying to rebuild the confidence for Shenandoah.
Yeah, the momentum is certainly feeling like it's in Shenandoah's favor here. Steve-O picking up 3 in that round is huge. VOD getting that flank onto Faded Crown as well. Really just blowing RIT out of the water there. 3-0 now for the side of SU in this search and destroy, and really no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, hopefully Shenandoah are able to use this cruise. I mean, this is going to be crucial for them to try and solidify this 4th round and give really a lot of pressure and a breathing room, right? That's something that is not really talked about too much, is the mental games, right? And we do see Steve-O putting this cruise to use, as a lot of information is starting to be given. They can start potentially pushing out towards this blue area. Is able to get 1 onto Faded Crown. That was a beautiful cruise, being able to get that pick. Steve-O, though, does get shot through his own cruise, not able to see him. And VOD is going to be playing in their pit, trying to potentially get some sort of information. Does get that info onto Ready, as we are looking to plant for this, I believe, heli steps, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a good plant here coming through from VOD, trying to get the time, but Ready is able to respond. Relic getting the kill back. Bob finding Mossman in the meantime, though. Relic now in a 1v2 situation. They don't know he's on this flank, though. This could be huge from Relic coming through. If he can find Nemo, just unable to. Nemo barely getting away. Bob sliding through, able to secure the kill there. Relic with the right idea, just a little too slow getting around that corner.
Yeah, and that cruise was played beautifully, and unfortunately Steve-O thought that there was going to be that breathing room, but we did see that pick come out, and that's really what helped the side of RIT be able to be a little bit more confident and push and play for their hold, right? And Bob being able to aggressively chow out here, which I thought was a very, very aggressive play, but again, high stakes, high rewards.
Yep.
That's what you came here to see.
Yeah, Bob able to slide out there, getting that huge pick. I mean, if Relic wins that, it's really hard for RIT to kind of swing around because they need to get into that position because at that point, Relic knows where RIT's members are going to be sitting for this 1v1. But Bob able to come in clutch there for RIT, getting a point on the board here. 3-1, however, still in favor of Shenandoah on the defensive side now. A split approach now from RIT.
Yeah, we do see Steve-O spotting out 2 towards this elevator side. Now just trying to reposition as you do see someone already top heli as Relic is able to push through towards their pit. Verdi able to get that person top heli as we do see the side of RIT, and we have Bomb 2 again still at that outer elevator.
Yeah, Bob finding Steve there, able to answer back Birdie. Just too slow to that angle, not able to pick up Faded Crown just yet. But Faded Crown knows that he's there. Verdi will fall. Huge pick for RIT there. Verdi going down. Mossman and Relic, the last 2 alive. Bob going down, though. Huge pick on the side of SU. Nemo as well. A 1v2 situation again for Faded Crown with possession of the bomb. Faded is pinched here. He has nowhere to go.
Yeah, and we can just hold that exit. There's no reason to get aggressive, and just like that, the dynamic duo back in action again, being able to clutch that round out.
Yeah, the dynamic duo indeed, Relic and Mossman coming in huge. I mean, you saw Faded Crown there just in that elevator. There's nothing you can do in this situation. They're just going to be staring you down, waiting for you to take one step out of that doorway. And that's just what they did. The patience there is exactly what SU needed to have. They knew they had that one in the bag. 4-1 now for SU, switching back over to this attacking side.
Right, and the way that Verdi was able to get that first pick, that initial first blood on that top heli power position, really opened up the board, or the map, sorry, to just get aggressive. And we do see Shenandoah is going to get really aggressive towards the A side. I like it a lot. And we do see that one is posted up in this paint area. Verdi trying to just push through. I love the smoke. And we start to get a little bit more control as Verdi pushing through is one shot on Bob, but doesn't get the kill. But Mossman is just looking over now in that 2v2 situation again. But this time there's 4 players.
Yeah, Bob able to get that kill onto Verdi there, just barely above Bob's head there on that spray coming through from Verdi. And the flank coming through from Reddy onto Mossman. It's now a 1v4 for Steve-O. He does have the bomb, so he does have an advantage in that regard. They know where really the movement that they can have through this map. Being able to have this bomb really kind of changes the game plan that Shenandoah can look for. But really, it's a tough hill for Steve-O to climb as RIT is ready for the rotation.
Yeah, and that was honestly a good hold from the side of RIT, being able to just keep them at bay. I mean, Verdi, if he gets that pick there, it opens up again that map and that space for Shenandoah to really push through, right?
Yep.
But again, great job on the side of RIT being able to just solidify that hold. And now we're looking at a defensive side from Shenandoah.
Yeah, the defense has looked very strong from the side of SU. RIT not really able to get a whole lot of positivity in their attacking rounds this far. 4-2 in favor of SU. We played a 6 here. This could be a match point opportunity for SU here. An early pick would be huge. Pushing towards this B site, playing very aggressive Shenandoah.
Yeah, and Steve again already getting into this position, trying to just control a lot of this map space. And Steve-O, though, is super low, needs to just play his life, gets shot as, or the Propane gets shot, sorry, as that blow up does happen. But does Verdi, Verdi's trying to sneak through.
They don't know that Verdi is here. This could be a huge flank opportunity for Verdi if he can get through here. Bob is still kind of playing in this spawn area, trying to cover these flanks, but rotating now over to this backside. Does Verdi see him? No, timing. Bob looks just a little bit sooner than Verdi does. Bob able to get up 2 as well. Verdi and Relic to his name, and Mossman now in a 1v4 situation as well. A hard way out of this one.
Yeah, I've seen this happen from Mossman, being able to get that 1v4 clutch, but unfortunately not able to get it done here, as now we're going into attack, and it's just going to be super difficult for the side of Shenandoah to really regroup.
Yeah, the momentum now kind of shifting in favor of RIT, able to get these kills, and no trades coming across the board here for SU. That's 2 rounds in a row, I believe, that no one on the side of RIT has fallen to these gunfights. No trades coming through. Back onto this attacking side now for SU, looking to bounce back and put it to match point.
Yeah, and we do see both star players for this S&D game, as Bob and Steve-O are currently tied on KDs. But again, we do see the side of SCU trying to just push aggressive towards this B, I believe, trying to just get some sort of space. Relic able to push through a little bit towards this pit area. And
yeah, VOD looking for Faded Crown here, kind of going around the edge, but Faded Crown will read it. VOD will fall immediately there. No trade back coming in favor of SU. Bob as well, finding Stevo. 2v4 now for Shenandoah.
And the comeback for RIT is looking phenomenal as Mossman is able to get that pick on a Faded Crown. This is some breathing room where we might see Relic able to spot him out from red. Does not get that pick though. Mossman is now in a really tough situation, 1v2, and this is a little more doable than a 1v4.
Yeah, Bob and Nemo, however, are the two left standing on the side of RIT. Some of their stronger members here. Bob, especially 9 and 4, having that angle. Mossman spotted him at that point, but unable to get that swing and get that kill. Now I believe we're all tied up at 4 apiece.
Yeah, and this is something that is really hard mentally. You know, if you're getting reverse like this, right? So being able to try and just play to your advantages, play to your strengths, this is really how, you know, this is how diamonds are formed, right? Just under that pressure.
Yep. Yeah, someone needs to step up here on the side of SU. Stevo having a good outing so far, 8 and 5 on the scoreboard. VOD, however, falling early in these rounds, really putting a crutch onto Shenandoah's side. Not able to get these early picks is something that's Shenandoah was able to do in these first 4 rounds, but unable to do something. Bob with a cruise missile now. This could be huge for RIT if he can connect.
And this is where we might need to go into blue, but you're going to be going into the Tigers' den as they don't get anyone with that cruise. This is good for the side of Shenandoah. We are on, again, that defense, so we could potentially see some aggression as Stevo is already up in their pit side, and the bomb is already all the way through ticket, as this is going to be a really big play for Mossman.
Yeah, Stevo finding Bob. They're unable to win that gunfight just yet. Mossman still looking at that angle that Nemo is holding on the side of RIT. Mossman, just don't move. You have the look onto that A side. If you can get the kill here, that would be huge. The bomb is now in possession of Shenandoah. Now play time, right? The bomb is in your spawn. They need to come to you.
I don't know if they're aware of it. Hopefully they are. And VOD is trying to preemptively shoot this propane tank, trying to get some sort of kills. They are starting to try and flood towards this paint side as VOD able to get that second, though. Mossman really just staying alive. It does recognize that someone is front ticket, and Relic able to get that. And now it's Bob left in a 1v4, and Mossman finishes it up with the 3-piece. And now the ball is starting to roll in Shenandoah's favor, and they just need one more round win.
Yeah, the patience coming through there from all members of SU was huge. Mossman able to get that bomb kill onto Nemo, recognizing that, hey, they need to come to us right now is huge. Mossman, I believe you said, getting 3 kills in that round, coming in huge for SU, really picking up the slack. VOD as well, not falling early in that round is huge. Map point, like you said, 5-4 for Shenandoah.
Yup, and this is where we may see either some aggression or we're going to just play lives. We do see the bomb starting to go super fast into this top blue area. This is some pretty good control, but we do know that the side of RIT likes to play this super passive, and they are giving up this B site for free, but VOD is really looking to try and just take control of this bottom blue area, try not to get super aggressive. Relic, though, in a dangerous spot, able to get out with his life. VOD, though, trying to get that pick onto top pit, and again, we're just kind of at a stalemate right now until there's a pick.
Yeah, damage getting dished out, but no one falling on either side just yet. Stevo looking for Faded Crown in that long kind of passageway there, but VOD having a good flank here on the underside of the map, possibly being able to pick up one. VOD with the bomb as well is going to rotate back out towards Relic. Stevo will find the kill onto Faded Crown, but Reddy will pick up Relic as well. VOD with a gunfight, no one going down. Traded back there. Mossman will fall, however, Reddy getting that flank. Stevo has the position here onto I'm Ready. If he can get a kill there, that would be huge for Shenandoah. Yes, he will be able to. A 2v1 situation now as VOD is able to answer back onto Nemo. It's all up to Bob. 10 and 5 on the scoreboard. Knows that they have to come to this side. Bob does not recognize them. Able to clutch up for Shenandoah. 6-4 now. Back and forth affair there again, but now evening up the map count, 1 apiece.
Yeah, my heart is pumping, and with a sigh of relief from Relic as we saw there, just And that would have been some crazy timing if Bob looked the correct direction.
Yep.
I mean, that would have been potentially round 11, right? That would have been round 12.
12, yeah.
12, sorry. My math was not mathing. But regardless, I can't really think straight. That was just a really close series. Again, Relic, Steve-O, Birdie, Mossman being able to have these kinds of plays, right? And we saw that dynamic duo come out alive once again. And, yeah, these boys are looking to just get up, try and relax, reset their mental going into this control. And this is what we like to see if we're on the side of Shenandoah.
Yeah, stretching the legs there indeed, getting up, getting that blood flowing, kind of falling off there towards the middle part of that round there, but able to claw it back. We see the cruise missile from Steve-O. Huge picks really coming up from Mossman there in that last defending round there. Really clutching up this map here for Shenandoah. Mossman getting that 3-piece was huge towards the end and really kind of juiced up the rest of the members there to really play patient, play aggressive, and win out on their gunfights.
I mean, RIT, again, bringing it back to that 4-4, and this is where Mossman really turned it around, right? And he actually got a 2-piece. Again, Verdi was able to get that pick onto Reddy, but regardless, the shots were coming through from both ends. And again, that final play, Verdi being able to get that final kill, that timing was honestly super scary for me. I've been in those situations where if I'm looking the correct direction, you know, I'm having the play of my life, but if I'm not, it's game over.
Yeah, and we're going back to high rise here as well onto the control map, something that Shenandoah has shined on again before. Steve-O often going off in these control maps on these high rises, and Steve-O here, as you can see, 10-5 for the Hornets here, being able to pull them back, tying up the series.
Right, and for a map mode like, or for the mode of control, there's going to be a lot of spawn killing. If we are able to see 2 to 3 down, being able to push towards the other team's spawns, that's going to result in a lot of lives lost, and that's one way that you can lose, right? Is if you just run out of lives, that's it for that round. So we might be seeing a lot of that, especially with how both of these teams have been performing. We've been seeing a lot of 3 downs, 4 downs, right? So being able to recognize that and get into those positions where you can just keep spawn trapping them is going to be how one of these teams win today. Yeah,
and that's what Steve-O is able to do later in these control rounds, right? Once they get these kills rolling and the momentum in their favor, they are able to really get on top of their opponents and really push them off of really their momentum and their kind of game, right? Being able to get those spawn kills is something that kind of gets in the head of the opponent, right? Not being able to leave from your spawn is something that will frustrate players, and that's something that Shenandoah has been able to do good at in these controls.
Yeah, this map 3 could really go any way, right? Being able to have that kind of momentum going into that map 3 is huge. But again, RIT performed phenomenally on that hard point, right? So really, it's going to be an even bout between these two teams. I mean, again, you are going up against a team that is currently positive, right? But if you're Shenandoah, you feel like all of these games have been pretty close, you know, at least the ones that you've lost, and that's actually a pretty good thing, right? You don't want to try and get yourself down to the point where it feels impossible, and it is possible, right? Anything is possible. And going into this map 3, this is what we're going to try and see the difference of mentality is, can these guys regroup afterwards and continue to put on a beautiful showing?
Right, and that's something that you look at when coming off of the loss against Rutgers there. Very, very close series. It was a 3-1, but it did not feel like a 3-1 whatsoever. Everyone on the side of SU was playing a very strong and positive game there against Rutgers, and they've kind of carried that momentum and really the passion that they've had playing against that game previously into this match against RIT with a close hard point to open up the series here and bouncing back with a very back and forth search and destroy. I'd love to see the aggression really pick up from the side of SU, right? They're very positive on their rotations. They've been winning gunfights later on in that search and destroy. So really being able to keep that momentum going, especially on the side of Steve-O, who went 10-5 in the last map, will be something that will really push Shenandoah over the edge here.
Yeah, and the aggression, especially on a map like this, is important, because if you aren't being aggressive, you're not really putting the pressure that is needed, especially for a map like this, right? I mean, we again have 2 really big power positions. We have top helicopter, that little helicopter pad area over that we're seeing right now, and then we have a propane tank that is also overlooking the B site. So really just trying to get those those in your favor is really a recipe for success.
Right, yeah, getting those power positions are definitely something that you want to look at, especially in a game mode where people will be respawning. Being able to look at these angles and see what is going to happen and just let them come into you. Holding those angles is something that both teams are going to be looking to do here on that propane, like you said, on that helicopter pad. Having this high ground is something huge. Stevo already out of the gate, finding a huge pick onto Bob. Faded Crown's going to trade it back, but Relic as well will find Ready here. Verdi sliding up the stairs, but Nemo is there in position to answer back, finding 2 of his own. Mossman dropping as well.
And this is where Relic could potentially go. Unfortunately, does go down by Bob, but we do see the side of RIT getting onto that B site as well as A, it looks like. And Stevo really trying to just clear this out, trying to play his life. Unfortunately goes down. Verdi, though, able to get that trade. We do see 2 people stacked on the side of RIT as one is pushing out towards this mid area, not seeing that, as now we have 2 sites under control for the side of RIT.
Yeah, RIT splitting the sites right now. Ready is set up on A and Faded Crown over towards this B site. Mossman able to pick up Nemo. Relic pushing in, getting them off of this A site, but B is going to be secured. 2 minutes now on the clock to get these last 2 ticks onto this A site to really seal the deal for this round 1 for RIT. But really, Relic is in a prime position there, but Ready will see him there, able to get that kill, and now really 2 members onto this A site, Ready and Nemo. Faded Crown as well. Birdie with the flank, but answered back by Faded Crown, being able to pick up the kill there. Relic trying to go aggressive, but not able to pick up anything further.
Yeah, and they're looking to try and get that last tick, as Stevo is able to get one. Verdi is also able to get one with his nade, and they are able to clear that tick off and have a little bit of breathing room, as there still is a minute 40 left for RIT to get that last tick.
Yeah, Relic doesn't quite know that there is a member of RIT on this helicopter pad. Isn't able to see them. Mossman picking up the kill. Now looks to his right, being able to pick up Nemo there. Verdi getting Bob in response as well. Now the lockdown defense is coming through from Shenandoah, getting picks left and right. It's Ready trying to get past this line of defense here, but unable to do so, as Stevo will be able to spot him out.
Yeah, Stevo already top helicopter, trying to just play his life. Get a pick is super low, and Stevo, it does drop down, but that gets stunned. Mossman able to get that nade to help cover Stevo, and Stevo is looking to just play his life as the rest of Shenandoah is trying to come out of spawn, and we do see RIT starting to get control. I don't believe they have a trophy down. That stun is coming out, but Relic is not looking behind him, as Relic does go down. Bob, Nemo able to get their one, and that is round 1 for Shenandoah, or
yeah,
for RIT, sorry.
Yeah, Bob, they're able to get that 2-piece there, I believe, onto Verdi and onto Mossman there, that were holding down the fort, really opening the door for RIT to push forwards. Nemo and Faded Crown being able to get onto that site and seal the deal there in favor of RIT. That's just round number 1, however, 1-0 lead. Now switching back over to the attacking side here for Shenandoah, something that, you know, Stevo really thrives on. Being able to play aggressive on this attacking side is something that Shenandoah has done pretty well.
Right, and Nemo and Bob both are playing phenomenally, as they are the leading kills in this map right now. And we do see the side of Shenandoah trying to just push through towards this B side. Faded Crown does spot, I believe, at least one, as we do see Ready chowing out of B side, and Verdi able to get that trade. But do they expect Faded Crown to push onto time with them? Not able to pick that kill up, as also Relic falls from top propane.
Mossman getting aggressive, getting the trade back onto Faded Crown. They're now moving up towards this helicopter area. Sees Nemo by the propane tank, able to get the kill there. Huge pickup. Nemo 10 and 5 right now for RIT, possibly being able to get Bob as well. Will be able to do so. Relic and Verdi picking up kills on their own, possibly being able to maintain control of this B site. The trophy coming down for Stevo there, jumping off that platform, however, getting back now onto these AC units, playing very aggressive. I'm Ready will drop to Stevo. Bob trying to answer back. Verdi will fall, but this B point really is all but done in favor of SU.
Yeah, and Steve-O unfortunately getting that TK as Mossman is at least able to get that kill onto Nemo, but B site is secured. Now they just need 3 full ticks on this A site as they have a minute 35 left in this round.
VOD seeing Nemo there, trying to get him through the window, unable to do so from that helicopter pad. Mossman, however, will find Faded Crown on the backside as Steve-O will fall. Now looking back towards this back entrance to this site, Ready will be able to escape barely, but VOD finding Bob in the meantime is huge. The nade will find Faded Crown as well, but Ready able to pick up Steve-O. VOD with a 2-piece coming in clutch there for Shenandoah, trying to maintain possession of this A site.
Yeah, Mossman really just trying to play his life as there is a trophy that is helping Mossman stay alive. Bob, though, able to get VOD. Mossman able to just play his life. Unfortunately, does fall now as Steve-O able to get that trade, and it is halfway to getting that second round secured for Shenandoah.
Yeah, Steve-O coming in for the reinforcements, tossing a trophy down of his own, able to even up this series 1 apiece here on this control point. Really just back and forth fights there. Mossman able to pick up that kill onto Bob, really helping Steve-O seal the deal, being able to flank around and swing out onto Ready there, able to pick up that fast kill and finish the final tick onto that A site.
Yeah, and these are great trades coming out of both teams. And as long as they're able to continue to do so, this defensive round is looking potentially doable for Shenandoah.
Yeah, VOD right now with 11 kills, Mossman with 10 of his own as well. Being able to pick up these trades is really huge right now, especially in that last round there. Steve-O is going to trade out with Faded Crown there. Bob going down to Steve-O there as well. VOD not able to get that kill onto Nemo, being able to jump over those bullets, sliding in, however, Relic able to get a kill onto Ready. The rotation coming around, Steve-O able to get Faded Crown as well, but Nemo answering back with 2 of his own.
Yeah, Mossman does fall as Steve-O is looking to try and get something onto this time. Beautiful contest. Unfortunately goes down to Nemo as Nemo does have, does fall to VOD, and Relic also able to get 1, but unfortunately Mossman is still not able to find 1 as Relic does nade, and Steve-O follows that up with his nade of his own.
Yeah, Steve-O and Mossman able to get Ready and Bob. Faded Crown will be able to answer back with VOD. Mossman still looking at this B site. Relic on the helicopter pad needs to bail. Sees Faded Crown there, but decides not to commit, trusting his teammate there, Steve-O, to swing out through that doorway and pick up the kill on his own there. I'm Ready in the corner as well onto that site. Steve-O recognizes it, taking him down with the pistol there. Steve-O as well, picking up another one long distance there onto Faded Crown, keeping them off of this site.
Yeah, we see VOD trying to just play his life as he does go down, unfortunately, but Steve-O able to get a pick onto Faded Crown, is able to spot 1. Going outer blue, Steve-O is able to get these shots, initial shots, as Steve-O does get it's Ready, and Nemo able to get that trade onto Mossman, and Steve-O is trying to get these spawn kills is what we were talking about earlier, right? Trying to get these spawn kills, and they do have control of these green fences, but B site is looking to get taken capture of as that second tick is in the favor of RIT.
They are able to get the kill onto Nemo off of the B site now. 30 seconds left. RIT needs to try to find this cap onto B site or get a huge play. Possible 2-piece, 3-piece for one of their leading members here. Nemo 19 and 11 here on this game in this round. But right now, they're not able to get through the defense of Shenandoah. Mossman will drop to Ready. Nemo finding VOD as well, but Relic in a good position. Looks away just at the wrong time. Faded Crown able to get that answer back, and B site will be secured within the last 30 seconds of the round.
Yeah, Mossman really needs to go big here as he's trying to just keep control of this A as he does go down, but Steve able to get that trade. We do see Nemo pushing aggressively towards their spawn, I believe. Nope, does go back out into their pit, but VOD is able to get that and read that, and now Shenandoah is looking for some breathing room.
Yeah, no tick coming through there from the side of RIT. Able to get rid of that half tick there on A site is Mossman. Relic will drop to Ready in the meantime, but with 45 seconds left and a full cap needing to come through from RIT, everything is looking like it's in Shenandoah's favor, and it is VOD finding Faded Crown there. The contest now on to the point. Ready with a huge flank, but Relic is able to answer back. Steve-O finding Bob in the meantime. RIT not able to get access onto this A site. 30 seconds left.
And that's 3 down for the side of Shenandoah. Mossman able to get Bob as well. Now there's only 1 player alive for RIT, and they're able to get that second round. That is huge going into this attacking side as they played that beautifully after RIT capped that B site.
Yeah, I mean, Shenandoah did not let them get near that A site whatsoever. Strong defense coming through from Mossman, Relic, and Verdi. And Stevo being able to find these angles, finding these picks, making sure that RIT is always at a man disadvantage coming into the contest.
Right, and we're starting to see Shenandoah back in form as, you know, majority of these guys are either even or positive. We do see Verdi looking to try and get a streak online, as well as Stevo, as they do need only 3 to 4 kills, and Verdi is looking to get aggressive here, and I like this, and Verdi's just playing patient.
Yeah, patience from Verdi paying off as well. Ready will drop to the gunfire of Verdi. They're now playing aggressive, getting into this spawn area of RIT. Doesn't know that there are people behind him. However, Ready getting revenge on the one that took him down at the start of this fight there. But really, Shenandoah on the attacking side trying to get something done. Nemo able to take out Relic there. Relic had the jump, but unable to do anything about it. Stevo will answer back onto Faded Crown. Ready will answer back as well onto Mossman. Verdi trying to make something happen in a 1v3 situation here. Ready will kill Bob, and this might be what Shenandoah was looking for. Faded Crown is on the site. Verdi flicking around, able to get the kill, and A site approaching 2 ticks now for Shenandoah.
Yeah, it's super close, but unfortunately, Ready does get that pick on a Relic as Mossman gets that trade. Bob able to get 2 big ones as Stevo is taking control of this top propane area, does get spotted out by Nemo and absolutely gets evaporated. But now Shenandoah needs to try and just regroup as Verdi does get someone from a huge power position. Nemo getting Relic.
Yeah, 2 ticks on this A side already. Being able to cap this with 40 seconds left would be huge. Stevo finding Nemo in the meantime, the leading man right now for RIT. Mossman finding Ready as well. Now kind of splitting time here. We see Verdi on this B site looking for the first tick to come through in favor of SU here. Mossman finding Faded Crown. Relic finding Bob as well. Now moving on to this A site as well. They're splitting time here. 2 on B, 1 right now on A site. Trying to get this last tick. This is huge right now. Trades coming across the board. 12,
wow,
11
Stevo.
lives remaining now for the side of RIT, but it doesn't look like Shenandoah is going to have to exhaust them as the cap is going to come through on point number 3.
And a loud roar from Stevo as he was frying on all cylinders, but let's not forget the rest of Shenandoah's squad being able to get those massive picks. We see smiles from the boys, and now we're going to be getting into that hard point.
Yep. Yeah, the hard point is huge there. Great showing, especially towards the end of that map. Huge plays coming through from every member there on the side of SU. Stevo able to get those spawn kills, huge on the side of SU, and really the momentum is fully in Shenandoah's favor right now.
I completely agree. And Stevo hitting a little emote for the camera. That was just a lot of free kills for the side Shenandoah as well. I mean, again, they were just walking into those angles, but this is now the positivity we need going into this new map, right? And this is a hard point. And like we saw last time, the hard point was still pretty close.
Yeah, and I believe we're going to sub, I believe, is the hard point map here.
Yup.
Very exciting to see what comes out from both sides here. I don't believe this is something we've seen yet from Shenandoah here on the hard point side, but with the momentum how it is right now, it is going to be a hard task for RIT to really come back and really answer back onto this hard point.
Right, and for sub base, right, this is where you can really run 4 ARs, right? And the thing with ARs at the moment in this game, for those who don't necessarily follow Call of Duty all too much, ARs are currently probably the best gun in the game. Definitely the best gun in the game. I mean, again, you can kill people from long range. Submachine guns are very effective at a close range. You can be pretty effective on that mid range, but sub base is a map where there are a lot of long angles. But the biggest part about sub base is as long as you have control of 2 to 3 power positions. I know I harp on this a lot, but if you get control of these power positions, you are able to really get control of spawns, and the one place that these teams do not want to spawn is where RIT just spawned, is that P3 area, which we'll see soon. But again, this map is new for the Shenandoah broadcast, as Verdi able to try to get one, as again, time is on the side of RIT.
RIT finding 4 picks already right out of the gate there. P1 is going to fall in favor here now of RIT. the trades coming through. Ready, getting a two-piece. Mossman answering back, finding Nemo, but Faded Crown finding Stevo in the meantime across the map here. But they've kind of surrendered control of this P1 right now. Both teams are going to have to try to re-enter here. Nemo winning the gunfight against Stevo. Ready getting one as well. The trades are just so in favor of RIT that Shenandoah can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, Relic is in that top server area, and Mossman is trying to just play his life, but unfortunately goes down. But Relic and Stevo able to get two. Stevo does get that third, but RIT does have control of this new site as Verdi is able to get Faded Crown, and now there's only 1 to 2 players left on this new hill. But do they recognize the others coming from behind them? No.
Yeah, Verdi and Stevo getting pinched there by Ready, picking up a huge 2K on the side of RIT. Mossman is able to answer back with 2 of his own, but Nemo is there to cover the back of his teammate there. Full control again now on this P2 for RIT. Bob getting Relic ready, getting Verdi as well. Stevo trying to find Nemo on this site, unable to do so just yet. Ready will come and save the day. Nemo pinched behind that pillar there, but really nothing Stevo could do to really shoot through and get the kill.
Yeah, Mossman is in a really nice spot. Unfortunately, does get timing. Oh, and Melee's ready as he was not ready for the sneak attack, and now Shenandoah have control of this new hill.
Yeah, this new hill being fully in control there by SU would be huge. They could get some huge points here, but Mossman will go down fast. And a 4-man commit pushing into this bottom side of this site here from RIT could be huge. Stevo recognizes it. Bob answering back with a kill onto Relic. Stevo looking away from that point. Ready and Nemo able to pick up kills for RIT. 2 people now on the point here, and really the spawns being as far out as they are, it's going to be hard for Mossman picking up to Stevo as well, getting Faded Crown, possibly being able to win the gunfight, not able to. Ready, able to win that fight, keeping possession in RIT's favor as well. Relic and Stevo will force their way in. Verdi finding Faded Crown, Nemo trying to answer back onto Relic, and really a back and forth point here from both sides.
And Stevo gets 3 massive picks, going potentially for a 6th as he does clear out that P3, and Shenandoah are looking to chain that hill into P4. Verdi has that power position, does drop it though for a second to try and get this kill. Unfortunately, goes down, and now Stevo can potentially get his 6th as he is trying to clear this guy that's rotating, and Verdi is already back up.
Yeah, Stevo trying to find this rotate back onto Nemo here. They don't know that they're there yet, but Verdi holding this angle strong. Nemo able to get that long-ranged kill onto Mossman, but Stevo will recognize it and jump out and swing out and get that kill back in favor of SU. But no one on this point again, 72 to 42. Mossman finding 2 of his own, answered back by Bob on the side of RIT, but right now the gunfights are swinging in favor of SU. Relic able to pick up 1, but Ready able to answer back on the side of RIT. Stevo trying to get Bob off of that power position and is able to do so, possibly a second onto Ready.
Yeah, Stevo is firing on all cylinders, being able to get on that 8 kill streak as RIT is looking to try and rotate towards this new, but Shenandoah is already top 10 and bottom 10, looking to get that initial, trying to chain that 2nd hill in a row as Mossman unfortunately goes down to Bob, but that hill is still free if no one is looking to drop from these power positions. Verdi, though, is trying to just play his life here to see if anyone's looking to contest his time, and Faded Crown goes down.
Yeah, the patience there from Verdi, able to find Faded Crown there is huge. Ready, however, will enter the site unknowing to Verdi, able to pick up that kill. Mossman trying to go huge here as well. He sees the foot of Nemo there, will put the trophy down now behind this car. The contest will come through here shortly from RIT, I can only assume. But right now, Relic able to find 2 on the backside. Nemo and Bob, 2 huge members down on the side of RIT.
And this is the spawn blender that we're talking about. These spawns are these are not advantageous spawns for the side of RIT as they are trying to break or rotate towards this new area, and I'm pretty sure the side of Shenandoah already recognizes this. Stevo just getting him super aggressive. Verdi, though, able to cover fire for Stevo, and Stevo gets a drop shot onto Faded Crown. 2 down, only 2 more to go as Relic gets that 3rd onto It's Ready.
Yeah, Nemo was kind of in this pinch scenario here. Verdi and Nemo. Stevo able to pick up the kill onto Nemo. That is huge. RIT now has to come into that's 2 for Stevo, finding Ready as well on that rotation. access denied from RIT by SU here. Steve-O jumping down, able to find one, possibly second on the stairs. He is able to bob and Faded Crown. Steve-O getting aggressive. Oh my goodness, Shenandoah.
Shenandoah is eating up RIT right now, and again, these spawns are just super unfortunate, but Shenandoah recognizes that and is holding these positions really well. Verdi, though, needs to stay alive as he does get one on already. Bob does get that pick on Steve-O, and Mossman getting 2-3! Moss gets the third, and now RIT are spawning out again.
Mossman on a 3-kill on this hill here. RIT have no answers to what Shenandoah is doing to them right now. The rotation is already through onto this new hill. RIT has to keep coming into them, but RIT has no answer. They cannot find the kill to save their lives.
And Relic is one more away from a cruise. Verdi just playing his life, trying to be a menace, adding all of this pressure. Verdi, though, gets that pick, is not able to get the second, though. Relic does fall, and now they are starting to break through to this P2, and they still have spawns for P2, so they're trying to come back fast, and the break is happening. Steve-O able to get one. Mossman also able to get one. Nemo, though, able to get that pick onto Steve-O, and now it's just one remaining for that side of RIT as Reddy is in that maze window, and Mossman picks it up and gets 25 seconds potentially on this last hill, and Mossman is just going absolutely bonkers.
19-8 now on Mossman. He recognizes the threat that Reddy has set up in that window, rotates around, dropping a few seconds on that point to secure that kill. Faded Crown. Reddy again trying to make it happen. Will be able to shut down Mossman. 19-9 on the side of Shenandoah here, and really 198 to 76. First access will be for the first time in a while here in favor of RIT, but Relic able to find Nemo long range here. Shenandoah is keeping the ball rolling.
Yeah, we have 198 to 77 as Faded Crown and It's Ready gets 2 picks onto Shenandoah, but we do have Steve-O lurking in that tunnel area as they are starting to get these weird split spawns. Steve-O able to get Bob, and they're just keeping this time white, and this is what we like to see from the side of Shenandoah, because Shenandoah also has spawns for the new point, and Steve-O is just being a menace in this tunnel area, trying to keep them off of time. Honestly, kind of spawn trapping them, but Bob is able to get that pick. Relic does fall down to Faded Crown, and now we are looking to rotate towards this new hill.
Yeah, you can see Verdi and Mossman, they're not even committing to that fight, getting set up for this new hill. Like you said, you can see the angle that Nemo was trying to find. Verdi having this very advantageous position. You're able to find Reddy as well. Relic possibly finding one as well, but Verdi will come in to help out with the kill there onto Nemo. And this first access here, first Shenandoah, 55 seconds. They can win the series if they hold on to this point.
And this is one of the hardest hills to break, as if you are able to just get these control of the power position, you are able to control the map and control the game. And we still have another cruise online for Shenandoah as Mossman has one. Verdi, though, getting really aggressive towards this ramp side, does get 2 onto It's Ready, and they're starting to spawn back up. Verdi's with getting
5
hot right now, but Nemo does go down.
Nemo able to clean up Verdi, shutting him down, but Steve-O is there to respond. Still full control of this hill. Relic sitting on that, just soaking up every little second. Ready, Nemo, and Faded Crown, whoever will find huge picks. It's up to Relic to be able to hold this site. Verdi finding Bob on the backside. They will decide to abandon ship there, rotate over to this new site, as Nemo was already trying to get early access here to this site. Steve-O, whoever is down low, possibly being able to get the pick onto Nemo there, but unable to do so just yet.
10 more seconds. 9 more seconds left for the side of Shenandoah as Verdi and Relic able to get one. Not able to get that kill onto time, but Verdi able to trade it out. Now they just need to try and get onto time. Verdi, though, is trying to just play his life, and they just need 9 more seconds. They can just be as patient as possible. They have the time. They're getting a little bit antsy, but they have 5 more seconds left. 5 seconds.
A huge hold here. The contest is coming through from Faded Crown, able to get one. Ready finding 2. Mossman and Steve-O Ready finding 3. Relic will be able to answer back, but possession of that point is going to fall back over into RIT's favor. They're going for this rotate already. I don't even think they're going to care about these 20 seconds that are going to tick away on this next point. They're setting up for this new point here. 4 seconds is the only thing separating. Oh, Mossman picking up Ready right off of the bat. This could be the final 4 seconds of the series.
And Verdi is in top AC position, but they are getting some really bad spawns, unfortunately. Steve-O, though, able to get that pick. and RIT is looking to just play their life. Stevo, though, goes big on that hill, just needs 2 more seconds, does go down to actually 3. Mossman able to get that pick on the ready with that cruise. 2 more seconds, and that's a contesting. Wait, and Faded Crown goes huge. I didn't even see that.
Faded Crown coming in on the flank here. 1 second is the only thing that Shenandoah needs to have on this point. Mossman finds one, swinging around, almost being able to find Faded Crown there, being able to answer back, saving the day here for RIT. It's about 100-point difference here. RIT has complete control over this point. Stevo trying to find the flank here onto Faded Crown. If he's able to get this kill, it'll be game. If he slides in, if he can get on ready, he's able to do so. Shenandoah taking down RIT 3-1.
And Stevo goes huge with the last 2 kills to clutch out this series for Shenandoah. Shenandoah played that lights out. I mean, sub-base is, again, a map we haven't seen yet.
Yep.
Sorry for yelling everyone on stream, but that was just a stellar performance all around from Shenandoah. I mean, I think we had 2 to 3 cruises in that map, and that voice crack, sorry. But that's just something that, again, it's hard to really get the momentum if you're spawning out in that tunnel. And just like that, Shenandoah was able to control it and just dominate.
Yeah, that hard point was unreal from the side of SU, something we haven't seen yet. And oh my goodness, every member, Mossman specifically, getting these huge 3 pieces left and right. Man, he was on fire. SU able to close out this series 3-1, I believe. And really, those last 3 maps were almost uncontested by RIT.
Yeah, and again, RIT is a super solid team. They were positive in the CCL league, right? But Shenandoah was able to bring them to that even record, and Shenandoah also was able to get back up to that even record. So this is kind of the start of a new team for Shenandoah.
Yeah, everyone firing on all cylinders. VOD, Stevo, Relic, and Mossman alike having a huge map number 4 there on that sub base. And really just the rotations and the control that they had on these points was something that we did not see in map number 1 on, I believe it was Rio there, on map number 1. And really just unable to answer on the side of RIT. They couldn't find the trades that they were looking for. If they had the gunfight set up, but they were just won by Shenandoah.
And we see the KDs here as everybody outside of Relic is able to go positive. Relic, though, let's not forget, able to get the trades when needed, able to lurk and actually get the nice rotates pretty early, right? So, I mean, again, RIT was able to put a lot of gunpower and firepower, towards the side of Shenandoah, especially on all these different map modes, right? You know, the big one is Hardpoint. But unfortunately, they were not able to get it done on these high-rise maps. It's really tough to try and get anything going on high-rise, although we did see that comeback from RIT. Shenandoah were able to regroup, recuperate, and just hold out that win, and I think that's what snowballed it into a Shenandoah victory today.
Yeah, and you can see Relic's scoreboard there, 15 and 20, right? But he was on that point. He was that anchor that SU was looking for, soaking up all of these points. And when he needed it, he stepped up and he got the defenses on those points on that sub base. And really bringing it back after the loss there from Rutgers, this looked like a completely different team.
I mean, I'm going to just talk about Stevo for a second. When the world needed him most, I mean, I don't know if you see it here, but when the world needed him most, he did not vanish. He stood tall, he stood on business, and was able to get the job done in that last second clutch, as Shenandoah, again, are now back to that even record.
Yeah, going back to that even record is something huge here in CCL. And really just the experience that they got from these 2 series is something that's going to go a long way. And I'm excited to see where this goes down the line. We will be right back with an interview with Stevo. Don't go anywhere.
We are back with Steve-O. Steve-O, that was a phenomenal performance in that second series, but let's rewind time a little bit to that first series, right? You're going up against Rutgers, a team we played against actually over the weekend here, and that brought it back to the 1-1 series overall. What was your mindset going into this game today?
I mean, Series 1, we knew it was going to be a tough one. I mean, we wanted it. They took that second match versus us the other day, and we wanted our get-back since we won the first match against them. But it was a really close game. I think our Rio looked phenomenal against them, map 1. It's a brand-new map. We've not many reps on it, but we looked phenomenal. Map 2, we just messed up a couple small things. It's our best map usually, but all good on that. Control is still our weakest game mode. I think we're going to grow off today. And then map 4, that last hill, we shouldn't have had to go to that last hill. We should have been able to win before that, but the spawns in this game just absolutely costed us.
Yeah,
I don't know what else to say. Even they agreed. They messaged me after, and they were like, I don't know what to say about those spawns. But.
Yeah, the spawns were unfortunate. But now talk to me as you're going from Series 1 into Series 2, right? The mental is probably a little bit down. What was going through the team's head going into this next series?
I think the second series was a lot like last week. You know, we just sat back, you know, just relaxed, regrouped. I think we came out a little flat in the first map, but, you know, we regained, and you guys saw what happened.
Yeah, and I mean, talk to me through that control high-rise, right? High-rise is something that we don't typically see as a map pick for Shenandoah, but today we saw a lot of it. Tell me what was going through your head on that control.
I think with the map pick in general, we knew that they are sub-heavy, and we also, John felt like running an AR today, so I was like, let's bring it out, let's try it out, see what we can do. And, you know, me personally, I started off slow. I was like, damn, like I'm not going to do anything this map, but you know, luckily the guys were holding angles down, and I can just get ratty and get some free kills. And we got on points together, which is something that we needed to work on, and we worked on stacking that map, and it worked out really, really well.
Yeah, I love the split caps as well. But now talk to me through sub-base. Sub-base is this is the first time we're seeing sub-base on the Shenandoah broadcast this semester. So tell me what was going through your guys' mind going into that map.
That's usually our second veto if we can't veto Karachi, but I mean, honestly, we should have 100-point clubbed them. We started chasing that 10 seconds, and it really screwed us over a little bit. But, I mean, we still won calmly. We still had a lot of room, a lot of comfort. And, you know, we played it really well, surprisingly, because we haven't really played that map very well. But recently we played a couple maps, actually, that were pretty decent. And we decided, let's bring it out. Let's see what we got on it. You know, it's going to be different. They're probably not going to want it, and we played it really, really well.
Yeah, and especially just to highlight one play from you, that last play, trying to get the last 2 seconds onto that P1, going massive, getting one, but then also turning to get the second guy to just clear him out onto that P1. Steve-O, phenomenal job this entire series. But that's going to be it for the interview. Thank you so much, Steve-O, for the insight, and Shenandoah, great job today as we brought it to 1-1 today. Please come back next time, as we do have Nace on Wednesday. And we also got Game Mason over the weekend starting on Thursday. So that'll be pretty fun. But again, thank you for joining us on the Shenandoah stream.
Some shout-outs.
Yep.
Shout out to the substitutes. Vitali out here casting.
Yep.
Mikey out there watching. And Sid, I don't know what he's doing right now. He's probably grinding some schoolwork. He's probably in class. But shout out to everybody. Shout out to all the fans, all the people watching. You know, we're going to keep doing better. We're going to keep getting better. And we're going to show out this year.
Thank you for cutting me off. That is the greatest shout-outs ever. Again, thank you for joining us for the stream, and we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Here, and rotations are already going to come through from the side of Shenandoah over to this P3 point here. Bob getting picks left and right. The rotation coming through from SU is something that you love to see. Right? They recognize that this P2 is already going to be done and dusted hard to break that point. Mossman,
I believe Nemo called that out, and now we're looking potentially towards his bridge side as we do see Bob already set up onto this new time here.
Yeah, Mossman
trying to pinch through. Mossman needs to try and just fill his life here. Is able to spot one out the control bridge as VOD is looking to fill that space. Steve-O able to get that one, gets that trade as well. Able to get 2, and now we almost have 20-ish seconds. New VOD is set up beautifully here. Able to get 1. Is he able to get 2?
1-2 ready, but Bob again not falling on the side of RIT. Able to get some points back in favor of RIT there as rotations are now going to come through onto the new point.
And this is going to be
a really big hold as Steve has him off guard. Relic, though, needs to go big here onto Nemo.
Is unload on the members of RIT. The rotation is already going to come through onto this new point.
Trying to get some sort of rotation, able to get one on bridge, potentially getting that second one. Gets the
Getting two there, that is huge. Nemo and Faded Crown, two huge factors in that hard point down, but really has nowhere to go to get to this bomb. 12
and super low, needs to play his life, and the timing was immaculate. Given they can start potentially pushing out towards the blue area, is able to get
land here coming through from Birdie, trying to get the time, but Reddy is able to respond. Huge pick for RIT there. Verdi going down, Mossman and Relic down, Mossman and Relic the last two alive. Bob going down though, huge pick on the Shenandoah.
And the comeback for RIT is looking phenomenal as Mossman is able to spot him out from red. Does not get that pick though, Mossman.
You have to look onto that A side. If you can get the kill here, that would be huge. The bomb is now in.
Trying to preemptively shoot his propane tank, trying to get some sort of kills. They are starting to try and Relic able to get that, and now it's Bob left in a 1v4 Relic as we saw there. And that would have been some crazy timing if Bob went the correct direction.
Yep, on that propane, like you said, on that helicopter pad. Having this high ground is something huge. Steve-O already out of the gate, finding a huge pick onto
Sights under control for the side of RIT.
Yeah, RIT splitting the sights right now. Relic pushing in, getting them off of this A site, but B is going to be secure. Really, two members onto this A site, Ready and Nemo, Faded Crown and Birdie with the flank, but answered back by Faded Crown, being able to kill their huge pickup. Nemo 10 and 5 right now for RIT, possibly being able to get that platform, however, getting back now onto these AC units, playing very aggressive. Finding Bob in the meantime is huge. The nade will find Faded Crown as well, but Ready.
Bob though, able to get Birdie. Mossman able to just play his life, unfortunately does fall
there onto Faded Crown, keeping them off of this site.
Yeah, we see Verdi trying to drown, is able to spot one, going outer blue. Steve-O is able to get these shots, and this will get that trade onto Mossman. Steve-O is trying to get that, the spawn. They do have control of these green fences, but